because now this would be, I guess I would say this would be our practice for the next couple of pods we finna get in. Because bro, people been beating my line, bro. Like nigga, what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all and Wack? And we like nigga,
Right.
get us on the pod, get
Right.
us in there. We let's go ahead and chop it up. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm looking like a damn agent over here. I love it.
Right.
Well, you know what? I could add him in as we go, as we start, because I'll see him pop up. It depends on you guys.
Shit,
If you
it's
want to wait,
no. I
Who?
mean,
No, we could
Hood, you
start. I
got the
mean,
call.
yeah. I mean, if y'all
You
want to start, we could start. I mean, unless you want to give it at least like to like 9:05, and then we'll go from there. So we
yeah,
can
yeah,
chill
yeah,
for
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm
I am
patient
you
with
want
that.
to
currently
get?
I'm
live,
sure.
so on my
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
I was gonna say, well, I was gonna say, Hood, if you want to go live in 5 minutes, we can do that too.
Yeah, I'm already live on my end, so
Oh shit. Okay,
yeah,
then yeah, let's
yeah,
get to
no,
it, man.
yeah, we good on
yeah.
this end.
He'll
Uh,
pop in. I'll see him pop up and I'll add him.
Okay.
Right. So let's see.
but yeah, man, Hood got a lot to cover on his end.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I got some
I make you
chiming
guys.
in.
I can make you guys cook. I can make you.
BMW, what it
I'll
do,
just.
man?
I'll
I
chime in.
appreciate the support.
No, man, listen, let me tell you,
I always tell
bro.
people support go a long way, man, and
He
I do
tried to call
appreciate it.
me. I had told Hood he tried to call me. I said I didn't answer the phone, bro,
Okay. You
because
know what? I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live, man, because you can't make this content. Like he says, content.
Right,
Okay. I'm gonna
yes,
content.
start.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start right now.
Get it rolling. Do your thing.
All right.
Hey, let me see that IBM on the side of your hat, bro.
Bless, bless,
Oh,
bless. It's the Down
nigga.
to Earth Network, Down to Earth
Big
podcast
IBM.
with your host Sean
Mine
We
on this
Myrie.
love
side.
you.
Tonight
A big
we
IBM
got the
shit.
IBM
Big
World
IBM shit.
family in the house.
You
We got,
already know.
Draco, and we got Hoodlum, and we're
So no
waiting for
doubt,
G
fam. Keep
Savage,
going, man. Thank you.
If he
Yep,
pops
Appreciate
in, he
that.
and
pops in,
yep,
right?
and
Tonight, we're gonna get down to earth about something. I'm just gonna give people a little description. If you know podcasts online, there's a couple of platforms where I have some popular figures, right? You
Right.
got like the Joe Buddens, you got the Academics, you got the Adam 22s, the Wack 100s. You got all these people talking about not really just hip hop music. They're talking about street politics and other shit,
Right.
right.
like they're lawyers or prosecutors. It's like they have a degree and shit like that. And
That's funny.
it's mixing up a lot of shit, and it's actually making the law lazy to believe in a lot of these platforms. Like they actually, the law system authorities actually listening to them, like Lil Durk. We could go to like Young Thug. We could keep going, right?
Right.
The
And
list can go
the list goes on, but they can't use when that has been going on. Like even Jay-Z was defending it, saying you can't use lyrics against
against the artist.
the
That's real.
artist. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny now. Like things are changing. I don't know if it's Trump that people could say whatever they want and get away with it, but then they still lock people up or want to lock people up for things what they say on social media.
Right.
It doesn't make no sense. And we're
So
gonna talk about who the elephant in the room is, right?
Whack 100, Whack No Hundred.
I mean,
That's my
pretty
little
much.
name for him. Whack No Hundred. Whack No Hundred. He's topic of discussion right now, and my
Oh
boy
yeah.
Hood topic of discussion right now. Hood, I forgot the platform that you shouted out that we did the repost on, man. What's the name of the gentleman so we give him a little shout out while we on it?
Oh, stand on the media.
Yes, sir. Stand on it.
Yeah, shout
Media.
out stand on the
Stand on it.
media, man.
Media.
I've seen
Hmm.
that.
I
Yeah.
definitely check that out. If
Hey,
anybody ever wants
great
to go
content
check
over
out
there.
and get the behind the scenes,
Right, great
yeah,
content,
yeah,
man.
great
Checking out.
content,
He a good dude,
great
and
content.
he got some authentic work over there, man. So make sure you guys tap in with stand on the media. Great dude, man.
And that's what we do over here: authentic work,
Network.
authentic content. There you go.
Right.
Hmm.
But to get to my point, yeah, my nigga Hood got um, some content that was reposted on this gentleman's platform where pretty much you hear the conversation with Wack bringing up some shit that has nothing to do with the homie over here.
Right.
Now, what I have a problem with is I'm gonna let Hood explain everything. You know how far he want to go with it. But what I have a problem is Wack is getting fed information. He flips information to run a play on it,
Right.
and then he discredits an image of a being. So right now, IBM is about to be the demise of Mr. Wack No Honey. Crater Face, that
Mm,
gentleman.
Right.
yeah.
So Hood, go ahead and take over, baby.
I mean, right about now he's drowning. You know what I mean? He, like I was just saying, he's in desperation mode. They're coming up with anything to try to tear us down, bro. Especially me. You know, I've been pointing out this is a Wack's playground. This is what he do. It's the internet, and if you got power on the internet and you speak on Wack, he gonna definitely try any type of way to come get you, bro. And like I said, it
Oh
usually
damn.
work. It works when you not smart and you don't have no power. You know what I mean?
That's real.
He can suck you in and it's over with. But when you fight
See
back
this,
and you can outsmart him, it's a different ball game.
and you know what I see is, you know what I see his game, right? I
Right.
know the game because people played those games with us before and back and forth and shit. And he had played that game recently. I want to bring that up later, but he played that game recently with somebody here,
Right.
so it kind of connects to what we're talking about too, right? Because
Right.
Mm-hmm.
that's what they accuse him of flipping something on them by recording
Mm.
shit. You
Right.
get what I mean?
Right.
Remember we talked about it,
Yeah, yeah,
Draco.
yeah, yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about top five.
how
Top
when you
five.
how
I'm
you
gonna
get
be
on how
straight
he be
up.
getting on the phone, he get on the phone with niggas and
Mhm.
he wanna sneak record and then later that's what I was remember I had brought up the word blackmail.
Right.
Yeah.
I said Whack No Hundred, he all about blackmail. That's what he do. You thinking you probably having a nice little personal conversation with the homie, he gonna be recording you on the slide.
He
You
And
feel
record
me?
that's
every
what
So
it
conversation.
got two people.
Every
It got two
time you
see
people.
get on the phone
that's
with Wack,
that's
he
a
is recording you.
problem.
Now listen, he does it in a
That's a
different way,
problem.
right? So let me explain this to you, right? My homies from my set, they won't talk on the phone to you unless you're talking over FaceTime audio or FaceTime. And the reason why they do
Mm-hmm.
that is because the feds or the police can't tap it and you can't
Mm,
record it. He's gotten so tricky with it to make you believe that. So he'll call you FaceTime audio so you'll believe like, oh, he not recording the call. But nigga, do you know how easy
mm,
it is? Mind you, Wack has two numbers. He has two phones. I got both of them, right? He blocked one. I got the other one. If I wanted
That's
to still
real.
contact the goofball, I can. It's not hard to be on one phone talking on FaceTime audio on speaker and
mhm.
taking that other iPhone, hitting that voice memo. Do y'all know how powerful the voice memo is on an iPhone?
Yep.
That shit picks
Yeah,
Yep.
up
Yep.
yeah,
audio incredibly. So all he has to
yeah.
do is sit the motherfucker right next to the phone he's talking to you on and record the whole thing. So he's not outsmarting
Mhm.
nobody. But that's his new mechanism. Oh, if I call you FaceTime audio, there's no way I could be recording you. You see what I'm saying? It's bullshit.
That's real.
He
Mm.
records
That's
every
real.
conversation faithfully. Faithfully, bro. And remember, he
Well,
started
word.
recently doing the FaceTime audio because I called him out on the having the app on his phone. You know, he has the app on his phone, so when you answer the call, it automatically starts recording. You know, the iPhone has the little record thing, but it announces it. If you click that button, it'll
Yeah.
say this call is being recorded. But they do have apps to where you download it. Every time you just answer a call, it automatically starts recording without you knowing. So when he got called out for that by me, because he did it to me and the homie Beaters. Now, when he would communicate with me before he bumped heads, he would try to call me FaceTime audio to get me to believe, okay, I'm not recording your call. Nah, motherfucker. I know all about you, bro. You record every phone call, dead homies. Everyone.
And I believe that because this is how I'm gonna dissect it over here. It's good that we have both everybody with their opinions,
Right.
and how you analyze it. Um, what's his purpose? What is WAC 100's purpose? I know that he says he had a contract. I heard something with Adam 22,
Right.
but in the world of hip hop, if he's supposed to be, but he's not, hip hop journalism, he's not doing that. So when I ask this question, it's not just him, even academics. What's your real purpose? If most of the time your interest is not actually the culture, it's a different aspect of trying to me incriminate, spotlight, incriminate people
Right.
to put in a situation or create some type of story tale, because
Right.
I don't see them talking about nothing what has to help the culture really.
Right.
It's always something, oh, Meek Mill this, or this guy done this, or oh, yo, this guy has this case, or did you know this, did you know that? It's no one who's most likely respected,
Right.
right? Respect whoever went on those platform, Adam 22 platform before, whatever, or talk to WAP, whatever. But do you notice the respected artists in the culture will never talk to him.
Right.
It's only
That's
game.
right.
Respect the
I
game.
mean, because what he's
It's
known
only
for,
game.
and not and if you speaking of that, if you notice, game is starting to distance itself. Y'all gotta understand this, right?
I heard that.
When that footage came out of Draws slapping Wack 100 when he slapped him backstage, that was
Mm,
at a concert with Game and Kanye. Okay. Uh, Remember that concert happened a while ago. You want to know the only one that
yeah,
has access to that footage because who the headliner, which was Game, that was Game show when he brought Kanye on there. So the only one that has access to that
yeah,
footage to release it is the Game. At that time when they released that footage, that I think Deuce Sims was playing on Active Chucks. They were replaying it over and over and over and over, dissecting it, showing when Wack got slapped when he ran to the front of the stage. Then they wind up going
mm,
off the front of the stage to go out of the building with Kanye, whatever the case may be. Right at that time, um, Wack and Jim Jones was back into it, and the video surfaced of Jim Jones being at Gonzalez Park with Wacko and all of that. Then he made a video, tagged Wack 100 in it on Instagram saying, "Hey, you can't come over here. I'm more than welcome in Compton than you are," type shit, right? So what I'm trying to point out is, if you go look at Game's Instagram, maybe like
mm.
4 or 5 days after that, Kanye was working on Game's documentary 3 album.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
song that Kanye produced on there, and it has the Tina Turner sample, and it's like a short snippet video. And in the short snippet video, towards the end, part of the hook, you hear somebody say, "What do he say?" Well, I can't. He said something in a sense of, he used his phrase "ballin'," and come to find out, Jim Jones is in the video on the track. You see what I'm saying? So that right there is a subliminal to me. That's a shot. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't even think his relationship is what it is, what it used to be with Game. You see what I'm saying? Because here it is, you funking with Jim Jones. Jim Jones comes out to Compton, throws shots at you, and then artist does a whole motherfucking music video with him with Kanye the same week. I'm sorry, but I don't think Game fuck with him like that no more. And I'm just being honest.
You're, you're probably right. Look who he has. He
Yo, Minister,
manages
what to do?
what he manages Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface is one of his artists. Ray J is one of his artists. The Game is one of his artists. He just had he got True Cars, one of his artists. He had Savi Third for a bit under Cash Money West, but they fell out on some contract shit.
So
Bump heads.
so how did he get into this shit? Because he just came out of nowhere to me.
So
Like how I
no,
discovered.
let's rewind, right? You said, what is his goal? Remember, you said, what is Wack 100
Yeah, yeah.
goal?
What is the goal? Yeah.
His goal is to be like one individual, the person that where he came from. Who did he used to drive for? Anybody know that answer? Who did he used to
Was it
chauffeur
I
Death
for?
thought
Row?
you used to drive for Suge.
Suge Knight.
Suge.
That's exactly who Wack trying to be today. He's trying to be Suge Knight, bro. You're not Suge Knight. You can never do what Suge Knight did. He's pretending to be Suge Knight, bro. You used to drive vehicle. You were the one getting smacked over the head. Pull up over here and do it now. That was him.
Uh,
Opening up the doors
Yeah,
and shit for the hump. Like, that's what he
Cradle
was doing.
Bay.
You know what I mean? And that's who he's trying to be now. He thinks he's Suge, bro. You're not Suge. That's where he came from. Like, his notoriety came from being Suge's chauffeur.
Suge's driver.
Right.
Yeah. It's always the
That's
chauffeur.
crazy.
Yep.
That's
And
crazy.
his claim to the blood stuff, because that's where he came out as, like, representing, saying he's the blood. Pyru. He always be promoting, like, pushing that.
Oh, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know his. I don't really know too much about his game ties. I don't care about it. To be honest with you, I don't even really care about it. What I care about is the person that he's portraying to be, and that's what I hate.
Right.
Like Wax not being authentic 100% all the way across the board. He goes on no jumper. Now I will say this because I'm a backtrack and then go forward. I was fucking with Wack for a minute. I was fucking with Wack for a minute, and then I started realizing, my nigga, you really on some bullshit.
Right.
Like, just like when kids grow up and they start looking at their parents and they start noticing, yo, my parents was on some bullshit. That's how I felt with Wack.
Right.
Like, I think I was drawn into a character I thought was him, kind of just putting away some of the BS that people say about the nigga.
Right.
And here it is. I meet Hood, built this great relationship with Hood, and then I'm seeing behind the scenes how Wack really is.
But
Nigga,
the
you a
funny,
bitch.
but the funny thing, before I met you brothers, my vision of Wack was like, yo, this guy, okay, he has some type of he has connections. This guy knows how to do the online talking, like to in a way he's swift with it. But I see through the shit because this, I've been online for a while and doing the journalism and interviewing people and just seeing how he is now. And everybody's saying, "Oh, he's a Fed, he's a Fed, and he's a Fed." It- Listen, I'm gonna be straight up. There's something called the hip hop police. It's been around over 30 years. And the definition of the hip hop police doesn't mean that they're actually a police officer. It means that they have relationships all over America when they travel to law enforcement. So when they're there, they're protected. You get what I mean? Like Charleston White's one. He's a proud one, for example. He's scared a whole bunch of people.
Right.
And for some reason, if you notice, Charleston White picks on people a lot, a lot. But one person he has not picked on is like Wack 100.
I
No,
mean,
that's a lie. That's
they
a
went
lie.
at
He
it. They went
probably,
at it.
yeah,
They
yeah,
Listen,
definitely went at
they
it.
hold
went
on.
at it, but
Bro, that's why I made sure I was gonna say to you earlier when Hood brought up like some of them behind the scene conversations that they be having on Clubhouse and all that shit.
mm,
Like, bro, I've reposted that regardless if it's old content or not. I need niggas to understand this. I don't care how old the content is. I don't give a fuck how far back it goes.
Right.
mhm.
This is a piece of work or content, as he would put it, that shows who you are. And it's crazy because you know how long it took me to find that video? It took me like 20 minutes. I had to
Mhm.
type in certain words to find that exact video that y'all see on my page right now.
Right.
I couldn't
Mhm.
find it, bro. It kept pulling up the Clubhouse version. I don't want the Clubhouse version because the Clubhouse version is the edited version.
Right.
Yeah.
I want the version that Charleston White got recorded on
Right.
and was going in on this nigga. I
Mhm.
found it, bro. And that's so. What I'm saying is, shit. He might got power to do shit like that. Try to find out who's what media social groups are pumping it the hardest. Try either get them to take the shit down or suppress it in a manner. But he ain't finna suppress nothing we got for him.
Right.
Not at all.
No,
But
no.
yeah, man.
But he is what we call, when I seen this guy talk, it's like I seen that he was hip hop police.
Right.
My opinion. I'm gonna be straight up. I said, yo, what we call hip hop police is you don't have to be the police, but you have a relationship with them. You're cool with them. Like if they ask you something, you might give them a little tip. You get what I mean? They don't have to know you, but they know that you're famous and shit. So anyone who the hip hop police comes to, it's like they say, we'll protect you. You could have drugs, whoever you're with, we won't bother, even if they have a record, because who's his bodyguards?
Right.
Does he not have bodyguards? Even some of these other people, are they criminals or are they bodyguards? If you have guys who are not like they have records, that just makes you look more guilty, right? So, for example, him, Wack, when he travels, does he travel alone?
Nah, he has a team.
Okay, so is his team all legit? Like
I
he
mean,
doesn't have to worry about nothing.
his pretty much his team is just gang members.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, I think academics hit it on the nose with who Wack 100 is. What was the dude that he referred to when he was speaking on Wack? It was the one that the feds allowed to be a thug, to put in work like a thug, to do everything to blend in. What was the dude name? And he was the feds the whole time. What was it, y'all? What was the dude name?
I
He was
know
the
what I know what exact.
Academics hit
I
it
know
over
what
the head, and
video
academics was
you
pretty
talking
much
about.
telling him that's who you are, and he didn't understand that. Y'all see the video today? They just got into it, bro.
but
No, I didn't
Yeah,
yo,
see it, bro. What happened?
yeah.
no,
Him and Wack got
yo,
into it, bro.
but what do you think about
Ack and Wack.
Yep.
Ack and Wack,
Ack
man?
and Wack.
What happened though? I didn't get a chance to see it.
You know,
What was
academics
the
has been
argument over?
questioning his police work, his police activity, and You gotta understand when you. I always teach my preteen this. I always tell her like, you know, when your daddy asking you something and you react a certain way, that lets me know if you're telling me the truth or not. If you ain't doing
That's
nothing
real.
wrong, you have no reason to be tripping. Okay. And when Academics was hitting on certain things, he got the bitch ass nigga, woo doo. The guilty conscience came in. I don't know if y'all seen it, man. I seen it
You know
earlier.
what? You know why? You know why he got him there?
Right.
Because the thing what happened before with five. He's remember academics is
Top
with
five.
top
You
five.
said
Top
He's
Donnie
in the
five.
top
Brasco. Was that
five.
the person? Somebody got to go find that clip when Academics was talking about the dude that was, like I said, was
Give me a
portraying himself
second.
as
I'm
a
about to do
gang
my
member, and he
research.
was really the feds the whole time. And the
I
feds
think I
allow
heard
him.
something like
They
that.
allowed him to actually do like gang banger shit, rob niggas, all of that, bro, to blend in like even more. What was the
You know,
dude name, bro? I can't remember.
I think I heard of something like that. I don't remember the name, but
Right.
something like that. That's connected to Wack.
Nah,
I heard
Academics
some.
was asking him, has he heard of that person? And Academics was pretty much telling him over the thing, like, yeah,
Mm,
Whitey Bulger. There you go. Hit it on the money, smoked.
yeah, yeah,
Whitey
yeah.
Bulger. And Academics was pretty much trying to tell him, like, that's who you are. And Wack wasn't even catching
Oh,
on. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, that's who you are, bro. It was a movie, yeah, whatever the fuck it was, but that's who Wack is, bro. And
yeah.
you got to understand, this dude always tends to weasel his way out of something that he's involved in, and he don't go down for it. Like, how do you always
So
get the paperwork the feds got before everybody? Like, it's just too much police activity. And like I said, you
it's
can't,
true that
motherfucker,
is.
a motherfucker cannot tell me what I've heard with my own ears. And like I told y'all, I sat on a phone call with Luce has put me on the phone with so many different peoples. When that phone call came in from Adam, and Adam told us that that nigga was up at No Jumper begging for his motherfucking job. And when Adam showed him this, you got to understand, the footage from the building, those cameras on that building is in 8K. Fuck that little cheap ass cell phone footage y'all seen. The motherfuckers on the building is in 8K. And he said, Wack, that's Gizzy, that's woo doo da da. Point niggas out. Dead homies, nigga, he told us. We had a whole at my line, Draco, we had a whole meeting about this,
We
bro.
did. We
A
did.
whole
We
meeting
did.
that the nigga was up there pointing out niggas in the surveillance footage. Dead
We
homies.
did.
I'm,
The whole team had a meeting
We
about it.
did.
so
We
you
sure
know what?
did.
Over here, that proves the point that they call him a rat 100.
Yeah.
Up
Mm.
here, they call him rat 100
Him 600. Him and 600.
I
because
mean, y'all got to think, right?
it.
Right when the feds pick up Loose and Brick Baby, remember that next Adam and Wax show wasn't the Adam and Wax show. It's when Vlad, I think we talked about it. They all went up
It
there and
was all
had
of
that
them,
little
yeah,
parade, right?
yeah.
You got to
All the
understand,
content makers.
if at that point it was confirmed that the feds was watching No Jumper, right? Obviously. So why the fuck would you be sitting on the couch having a conversation about
Mm.
if somebody come up here tripping, we got some shit that'll make the earth shake? Did you just let the feds know that you got a rocket launcher in your trunk, stupid? So how do you feel
I heard him.
how do
I
you
heard
feel
it.
comfortable talking like that? Knowing that the feds confirmed now that the feds is watching No Jumper. See, y'all gotta pay attention to this shit, bro.
That's why over here we're looking at it like, yo, we kind of told you so because he got after when he talked that
Just
whatever whole thing was
it's
going on
crazy
with
because I
No
know.
Jumper when Top
I'm
Five
sorry, but
called
I didn't
in
seen
and
enough
stuff,
dealing with this
and they
nigga.
went back and forth with the Wack. He got
Right,
locked up, you know.
right,
He got locked up not too long after they picked him up and they put him they locked him up on weapons.
right,
Whoever he was with, they said had a weapon charge and stuff like that.
right,
And remember, he's already on probation for for a serious case. He's still on like a whole year type of what it's called state charges, meaning you can't do nothing for at least over a year or so.
right.
Or if you do anything, they could put you behind bars, and that makes your case worse. Cannot come out. Remember I was
Well,
telling you, Draco?
listen,
That's
I
what
was
he's
just
on state charges.
I was just talking to Trap News, and I told him something that I know about something that nobody know about. It's confidential, and it's the reason why it's confidential. And I told Trap News, you're gonna remember this conversation when I said the shit is about to erupt. And the next week, I told him this 2 days ago. When this confidential shit I tell y'all come out, that I'm telling y'all about, come out. Y'all gonna really be like, what the fuck? I said it first, and I said it a couple streams ago, and I told Trap News the other day. Don't nobody know. It's only 3 people that know, and I'm one of them. Okay, the internet is about to go crazy, and once again, y'all gonna see why we say Wack is the police. You'll see.
But then
Stand
Rap
on me. You will see.
100. It's crazy, bro.
but
This
he
shit.
put it,
This shit
but he
deep.
did it, but he done it to himself, because what's the purpose for what he does now? Now it's coming back to himself. He done a hustle by whatever being a no jumper, but
Right.
the purpose, what people are describing of him is someone talking people's business. That's what we are saying. You're talking someone's business. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have no license. You're not a lawyer. You don't. You're not a professional in anything to be speaking on stuff. So the only description would be is you're like an informer.
Right.
That's what they say. An informer is like what would say a rat. Same thing, but an informer, you're always going to. It's like your job. You're getting paid. That's
Right.
the difference. An informer gets paid. I remember hearing a description, a mafia description of different descriptions of someone who tells. Right. So
Right.
there's the rat. So the rat will just do anything to save their life. You get
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
They don't even have to be getting paid. But the informer now is somebody who's a little bit more confident, right? Because they probably think like they have a business and shit, but they still want to work with the law so they could feel more powerful and shit like that. You
Right.
get what I mean?
Right.
Like knowing that's their protection. They don't have no respect from nobody else. But if they get the law, or have a friend who's on the other side, they'll feel more powerful.
Right.
And you get what I mean? That's the informer. That's what an informer doesn't have to be a guy who's desperate.
Right.
Just be a guy who's greedy. And maybe Wack is one of those. You get what I mean? Like he's managing, and plus you're into the telling, the Fed business.
Right.
Like you have you have these artists you should be making money from, but you're still doing all this other shit. Like real gangsters don't
Well,
want
you
you
got
to
to
know
understand this, right?
what they're doing.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Wack ain't making no money. Let me explain something to y'all. Okay. I said it a couple streams ago when I was live. Wack 100 Queen R&B, should I say? Uh has sat on the phone with certain people and didn't know I was on that phone call and was boohoo crying. And what I said, she said about his house in California, he can't afford his mortgage and all of that. That's the reason why when he texts Sharice about why the fuck would he say that, he tripped out. You gotta understand this. She's already exposed that the nigga's broke. Okay. This is the reason why it fits in with him desperately begging for his job at No Jumper. He needs that job. He don't have no money right now, bro. There's nothing. You gotta understand. Let's take it back to the Keefe D situation, where that money was coming from. It wasn't coming from him. It was all bullshit. Like when they figured that the courts figured out like this shit ain't legit. Like he didn't even have $250K to take out of his pocket and just get the nigga out. The $250K he was talking about was coming from like 3 different parties that wasn't his. He don't have the money like that. He just felt like it's a loan. If we get this dude out, we're getting ready to make this documentary off this dude, and we're just gonna flip the money. You're gonna get your money back. You see what I'm saying? But if we get him out, we get the documentary started. You get that 250K back. We bubble off of it. We good. But that shit didn't fall through. He don't have money like that. He don't know. I heard his girl sit on the phone and boohoo cry about his behavior and even said the words, I don't want to fuck with him no more. He don't got no money. He can't afford his mortgage in California. That house is going under foreclosure. I heard this with my own ears, bro. You see what I'm saying?
But
He don't have money like that.
Why do so much people find like they trust him? They put trust in him because he's managing like Blueface. He's locked up though, managing a game and these other people.
Just because you manage don't mean nothing. You gotta
Oh,
understand, right? Listen, I guess he heard my live when I said that, right? So it's crazy, right? This is the day before yesterday. The nigga been going back watching my lives talking about it, right? So I guess he heard the part about R&B. Sharice called me the day before yesterday. She was like, R&B just called me. And you want to know what she asked me? She asked me, did Luce ever record any of her conversations with him? And you want to know why? Because she's sitting there scratching her head like, how the fuck did Hoodlum know I said that? What did I tell y'all about Luce? I'll be on the phone with Luce. Luce will be like, mute your phone. Boop. Put me on the phone with Drake. Put me on the phone with Dr. Dre. All of that, bro. I done been on the phone with so many motherfuckers, bro. And R&B was one of them. So she like, well, wait a minute. If he know about that, he wasn't on the phone when I talked to Luce. See, she didn't know that. So she assumed, did Luce ever record any of our conversations? No, he didn't. I was just on the phone and you didn't know it. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I heard it with my own ears. His own girl was throwing him under the bus. That's how I know that he ain't got no money, bro. She already didn't expose that. Why you think he living with her in Vegas? And then they live in an apartment. Like, come on, bro. Let's get real right now.
Well, this guy's he hustles
I'm
some
just
way
saying.
to survive. He's hustling.
Yep.
He does hustle.
She
He's
even
hustling.
exposed the diapers. She's like, the diapers ain't doing too well. You know, the little incredible diapers, they ain't really moving numbers like
Yeah.
that. Nigga, she exposed all that on that phone call. I'm not lying, bro. Now she's trying to figure out
And
how I
bro,
knew about that.
the
Newsflash, I was on
crazy
the
part
phone.
about it is
Right.
it probably ain't moving like that because of niggas knowing who's behind the product.
All right.
I'm just keeping it a bug. I don't think nigga Wack is not going to be able to sell anything
He sabotages, he
from all the shit.
self-sabotages. I'm gonna break down an event that he sabotaged, okay? The Pixie event. Remember Luce did the Pixie event with Wack when they ran into Big Homie CC? That was
Yeah.
that was Luce's play, okay? Luce put Wack on. They were supposed to go up to the Pixie event. They were supposed to sport what's the little Asian chick that was in the photo with? I got her on my Instagram. They were supposed to rock her
I
little
follow her
brand,
too.
right? Promote her little stuff, and they signed a contract to get paid within 72 hours, $7,000 a piece. This nigga, stand up media, what it do? Shout out stand up. This nigga Wack, he self sabotages. He tries to bully his way with everything. Not even 48 hours after, the nigga Wack calls the motherfucking dude that did the contract with him to pay him and started threatening him, bro. I'm on the phone call with Luce. When the motherfucker call, he like, mute your phone, hoodlum. He merged me in. I swear to God, bro. The dude was like, Cannon, I can't do business with you no more. Wack 100, I can't do it. If anybody's involved with him, I don't want nothing to do with him. He threatened my life. He threatened me if I don't pay him the money now. Like, that's when, now if you pay attention to my previous lives, I kept telling people, the first time y'all seen Cannon bump heads with Wack was the swatting situation. That's the first time y'all seen it. I know about numerous occasions before then. That day when he sabotaged the $7,000 a piece for the Pixie event, Luce was on the phone with that nigga and told him, cuz I come beat you up. That's when he texts, nigga, if Beatrice is in the chat right now, here tell you. That nigga Cannon was like, cuz on 6-0 Crip, I'll beat you up, nigga. All I'm telling you, when you deal with Wack and he see you ain't no pussy, he's a Karen. I'm talking about Luce going big on him. He ain't saying shit. All right, nephew. And he hang up the phone. My mama, he didn't even have the balls to text Wack. He texted the homie Beathers. Hey, that's still nephew, man. Tell him it ain't got to be that serious. Woo to woo. Cause I'm my mama. The nigga Luce flexed on him, bro. Cause he sabotaged it. I'm listening to the motherfucker with the contract. Like, I can't touch nothing you touch no more, Luce, because you involved with this character, bro. This is what he does. He sabotages everything, bro. Everything.
Been doing it for a good while.
Right. Right.
And that's why I still got to question even academics too, because academics talk to them a lot.
Right.
Like they talk a lot. And that meeting, what they had at No Jumper afterwards, like with all those guys, like
Right.
they have similar. It's like they all report. They're really big on reporting
Right.
black some of black culture and focusing on a lot of the negative shit a lot of the time.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like they might talk, like Vlad might talk about your career and shit like that, but all the rest of them, it's nothing what they're helping the culture with.
Right.
Any of all those people who was in that meeting, right, and that whatever they were doing,
Right.
they're not trying to help the culture. That's why you didn't see Joe Budden there because Joe Budden at least kind of he talks his shit, but he kind of spotlights the artist more.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like he's talking about the rating of an album or spotlighting someone's new album what came out. All the rest, mostly they're talking about the negative side of stuff, and that's why Wack is there. You got uh, Adam there. You got Academics there. You got Trap Boy Laraf, the guy from England, who just people criticize him for a lot of shit back then. Who else was there? You all were there
Right.
almost. All the ones what talk about a lot of the stuff in the streets too. And it's like the reporting. That's the thing. It's like you're talking like you're doing. You could talk about it, but it's like an investigation. Like you're asking questions to these people on the show about legal shit. Like you know that what you're asking, right?
Right.
So
Right.
if I
Hey,
was if I if
Hood,
I was if I was to get asked that, I would feel like I would probably like don't even want to answer that shit.
Right.
man, Hood. Listen, remember you and I had a conversation, and I had said before. I said, nigga, just look at him in the interviews or the little shows he do on No Jumper. I said, bro, when he talk and there's somebody next to him,
Mm-hmm.
I said, what I don't like is, I was like, the gaslighting is at a fucking all time high with this nigga.
Right.
Like he gaslight
Yes,
the fuck out of
yes,
niggas,
yes.
bro. Listen, listen. I gave Hood an example. I said, Hood, this is. I said, if let me give you an example of what I mean when I say I know he gaslight. He the dude. He sees somebody. We totally know this person is not this particular character, but because he probably seen an incident prior where he seen this person become something, he's
Mm,
gonna he's gonna go ahead and polish it. All
Right.
right, well, give this nigga this, and he like, hey nigga, well you know what, this you right here. The nigga looking at him like, nah, nigga, this ain't me. This I don't even get down like that. But the nigga like, nah, bro, you remember that shit you did last week? That shit,
yeah.
bro. Listen, it was
Right.
crazy, nigga. It was crazy. I'm telling you, that's you right there, baby. Like that's how Wack do niggas. And I
Yo,
was I was telling Hood, I said I hate niggas like that, bro. I
yo,
said that
you,
shit made me want to get out, nigga.
yo,
Bro.
you look
I
on his
said,
eyes. Yo, I was watching some of the recent content, and I really you look on his eyes when he's listening, and when he's looking at them, and when he's asking the question. And I'm saying straight up, that's a police shit. That's
Right.
police shit. Like someone be talking, and like for example, I'm talking, and he's like, "Yo, for real? Yeah. So what? Did you go to the house?" And after then, he
so
keeps
you
making the man
notice?
talk.
Have you noticed when he okay? So he'll ask a question, or let's say Adam will ask a question, right?
Yeah,
What Wack tend to do is, in the majority of his videos, he'll flip the question or he'll
yeah,
ask the same exact question but just
yeah,
reword it.
yeah,
So this nigga asks a question, and let's say you answer it right, he'll do this shit right here. Let's say, okay, all right, hey man, did you walk to the house? This Adam asking, did you walk to the house?
Right.
Yeah, man, I made it to the house. I made it to the house, chopped it up with woo, 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 woo. This is what Wack do. So you made it to the house and chopped it up with, are you serious? And like he repeats it back to you.
yeah,
Right.
yes,
And
yeah.
what people don't know psychologically, when people do that,
Right.
I know.
first of all, that's a form of gaslighting. Two, you're making the person repeat
You're leading them pretty much.
without them knowing
Right.
what
That's what
they
he does.
just said, bro.
Right.
He's,
You're
he's
making them repeat it and confirm. The police work two ways. They need confirmation twice. They don't need it
yes,
three times no more. They
yes,
stopped that back in the 60s and 70s.
yeah, twice.
They just need it two times, baby. Listen to how this nigga Wack. Y'all got to see how Wack
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
It's
I see how he
crazy.
does it. When he
It's
talks,
fucking
he's make
detective
sure.
work.
Yeah,
Right.
he's asking you like the two times, and he's listening, but he does it in a way that first he's gonna say you're talking right, your shit. Then after then he might just interject a little bit. Then he stops and he's like he's looking at you. You're talking shit. Then he asks one more shit, another question. So he's breaking it up. So you keep talking. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna
Yo,
split it up. So he knows. So you're not gonna know that he's really investigating you. He
so
Right.
he,
hold
he
on,
try,
wait. When you say the split up thing, okay, I'm all right. I like how you just did that because that was my next point. Hood, he'll split it up for you. So let's say Adam asked a question, the nigga
mm,
answered.
Right.
Wack will put like, I don't know, nigga, a fake experience in it to make it look like he know what the fuck the nigga,
yeah,
like try to make a connection with the guy,
yeah.
right? And then he'll do this. But bro, you mean to tell me that you had
Right.
strap? on you when you walked up to the house, like nigga, and he'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the nigga will answer the shit. I'm like, these niggas is stupid.
Yeah.
Shit with these niggas.
Right.
I said they gonna tell on themselves every time, bro. It's crazy how he do it. You gotta watch the shit.
I see
He's a
it. Yeah,
fucking.
man.
He's a goddamn genius. He's a goddamn genius. And I be saying to myself, I'm like, nigga, with majority of the people he said by, like, nigga,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking bad about Snoopy Badass. I actually started.
Oh yeah, I fuck
I
with
actually
Snoopy
started
Badass.
liking a lot of his stuff.
Yeah,
I started
that's
back
the homie.
liking because I think the media was pushing him the wrong way, and
Mhm.
I felt more on what I was seeing negatively than I saw more of his positive
Matter of
stuff.
fact, I'm gonna send him the
So,
link. See if he'll pop in here real quick.
oh, that's a badge.
Yeah.
But when he did the thing with Snoopy, right?
Right.
That alone, bro, him telling Snoopy what's hood and what's street politics and what to go by. Hold on, nigga. You got about like 999 ass whoopings lined up for your ass, and you ain't popped up to the door yet, nigga. So what the fuck are we talking about? Just like Brick Baby said in No Jumper, we in this fake ass YouTube world with these fake ass lineup fades, nigga. Ain't nobody really taking no fades. Niggas is just gonna keep talking shit on the internet, I guess.
Right.
And so this is what I was like. Once I started figuring out and having conversations with Hood, man, Hood be keeping me on point, bro. I'm telling you, nigga, man. Anybody that don't know this nigga, you might not never know this motherfucker, but I'm glad to know him because, dude, he keep my head straight with these motherfuckers. He be like, Draco, look, do this. Fuck everything else. I need you to go like this because, nigga, like he said earlier, if you give Wack 5 minutes, he's so good with words.
Yeah.
He might persuade you, bro.
Yeah. And
He might get you.
and if you're gullible, he's going to persuade you. He's going to turn you into his little guppy. You know what I mean? And it's over at that point.
He's done it over here. Persuade information from up here. Put it that way. You get what I mean?
So
Oh
it's
my
crazy. I'm
God,
reading my chat right now.
he's infiltrated my the down to
Why do y'all keep seeing the
Canadian
IBM niggas
brothers?
posted the
What's going
video?
on?
600 posted the
Yeah.
video,
I don't
bro.
want him to keep.
Happened?
It
We're not about
started
to do
some
that.
shit
You know he
with
posted it.
another
He got chopped
whatever.
and screwed
So
today
I'm
about
not
that
gonna
too.
name the like it's been some history,
Huh?
but the other person,
Huh?
but that
Oh.
person, right, spotlights the top 5 a lot in Toronto. They spotlight him a lot. So that link up here is who spoke with Wack about top 5 situation, and then top 5 not too long after got locked up. So top 5 blames Wack 100. We call him Rat 100. Sorry to say, it looks like top 5 is right in this situation. That
Yeah, I posted it on my
Wack
Instagram, but my
is the
Instagram,
one
go look
who
at it. It's
showed
clipped.
some type of
You don't see no
what's
weapons. You
called
don't see
camera
none of that, bro.
recording and shit.
The damage is
I don't
already
know how he
done when
got it to
600
them
put it
birdies
out.
down here.
600 put it out
They must
in
have
the
seen some
morning.
shit
The
coming all the
video
way
got
from up
put
there.
out 150 times between the
got
time he
tipped
put
off
it
to
out and I put
Toronto.
it out later on that night, bro. We're not gonna do that. The shit was
You know
already
what I'm
done. The
saying?
damage was
And it
done.
was a
We're not
video.
gonna do
It was a
that.
music
Wait.
video.
600 should have never put
So
this shit out.
one of your guys that you're saying, I just want to make sure I'm hearing what you're saying because this is interesting. You're saying that one of your guys was already kind of having connection with WAG via
Well,
communication.
another platform in Toronto, right? They're not us, not D2E.
Okay,
They ain't D2E. I'm gonna clear that shit. It ain't
That's
D2E's
what I
getting
was
that
thinking
shit.
you were saying.
But
My fault. That's what I thought you were
this
saying.
other platform was accused from top 5 of talking to WAC 100.
So Canada was infiltrated.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
person talked to WAC 100 about stuff about Drake too.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And
And see,
that's
you know
why
what? Listen,
and that's
this
why
is what
Drake
pissed me off. This is what
Drake
pisses
don't
me
like
off
to
right here,
whack 100 because of that.
nigga.
Right. Well, I
Wack
mean,
don't have no
Drake. I
issues
think I
with
said that
Drake.
last time. Wack, Drake. Listen, I was about to make a post one time about that situation with top 5, and Wack 100 tripping, and Cannon called me. He was like, "No, don't make the post." He said, he got a relationship with Drake, and he told me specifically not to post it. He said because Drake is already mad at Wack because Drake firmly believes that Wack is behind uh the top 5 being told on when he got locked up. Dead homies. That's what he told me. You know what I
And
mean? And
sorry to
that's the
say,
reason why Drake don't
now
fuck with
I
Wack no
believe
more.
it.
Yeah.
And now I believe it. I didn't believe it at first,
All right.
like fully. I was saying, nah. But then, and we talked about it, Draco. I believe it now.
All right.
But part of it, believing it
I'm
is
telling
because
you.
someone. Part of believing it is, oh, sorry to say, it's someone because someone spoke from here to Whack, right?
All right.
That is looked on to some people that you're a traitor, you're a rat. You get what I mean? So those that whatever individual has to now try to clean up their background and shit. So me speaking, they might know who it is. Me speaking his name wouldn't be like I don't give a shit, but that would just reignite shit, which me and my brother made that whatever sting to like, because everybody knows each other in Toronto.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a small a lot of people, but it's a small city, so it's like beef could be out there when we're going out and shit like that. That's
All
how
right.
it is.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like even though
Yeah.
we have this platform D2E, it's like we got a family. You get me? We got our people, and and then those people got their people. So all the politics shit. Top five
Yeah.
is respected as much as people hate top five. There's a lot of people who respect him still.
Well,
And
I think I
sometimes
just
we
my
fuck
thing
up
with
words.
top 5 is he's too flamboyant, and typically when you're like that, you get touched, bro. Like I said, it's
Yeah,
the ones that's
yeah,
silent that's the ones you got to worry about. He's too like, oh, to me it's all like fabricated, and I'm just being
yeah,
honest.
yeah. No. I agree too because normally, like I know he's a young they're young and shit, but in Toronto you get touched quick. Like normally,
Right.
a guy like that, I'm surprised. Like even for down here,
Right.
when it's with social media and how down here is, like they don't play down here too, man. Like guys get popped for no reason
Right.
too. Like even every night, I don't watch the news as much anymore, but someone like him who's a public figure, you're a big target,
Right.
and if a lot of people don't like you, you're a I mean, you're a celebrity, whatever Toronto celebrity. You know Drake. You go to the basketball games
Right.
and shit like that. You start beef online, right? You
Right.
one day whoever your ops is, because they talk about ops, they're gonna be out there where you at. It's just never happened yet.
Right.
You get what I mean? So to me, if you're in that situation, just be happy that you have a music career or some type of spotlight, and just be positive because making beef, especially in this city, you'll be gone. It's better off he's in another province.
Yeah.
That's why most of these guys who are from Toronto, who kind of do hip hop on a certain level, they leave
Yeah.
Toronto. They don't
Yeah.
stay in Toronto. They're in another part of the country, or they're in America. Like
Right.
Pressa was in LA for almost 2 years.
Right.
He just came back recently, like a year ago. He was living down there, doing
Right.
his career down there
Right.
and shit. So a lot
Mm.
of these Toronto guys have to go to LA. That's why I don't understand why they're pumping top five. Sorry to talk about this guy, but I'm giving you how I feel from Toronto. No
Yeah.
one's gonna be
Yeah.
honest. You hear about this guy like he's the big boogeyman, like he represents all Toronto. No, this guy's a new fucking cat. He's a guy. He's CB4. If you guys know what CB4 is, that movie with
Right.
Chris Rock, that's what top five is. It's CB fucking four.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm surprised people don't know that movie. You guys don't know that movie,
Yeah, I know
Chris
what you're
Rock?
talking
I
about.
know
Yeah.
that's the Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. The undercover where he had to. Didn't he have to take places of his twin brother?
No,
Is
no,
that the
no, no.
movie I'm talking about?
See before when Chris Rock is playing like the it's like a make off of NWA. So he's
Oh man, dog. Yes, I saw
yeah.
that, bro. I'm gonna
That
keep it
movie is
real
very
with you.
important.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We ain't even got to touch base on it too much. I just want to talk about that a little bit. Let me say something, bro. That movie and the
Mhm.
Run DMC movie they did with I
Black
forgot what the producer guy name is. Rick Rubin. I think his name is Rick Rubin.
mm,
When I say that's a great perception
of
of
what's going on
how
now.
how the industry or the record labels was bringing in people and creating a artist, fam.
Right.
Like I didn't comprehend that back then when they was like they would grab somebody off the
Mm-hmm.
street, create an artist, and actually like create them, nigga, manage them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
direct them, choreography them, like show, like create mannerisms, damn near create a character, fam.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For these people to be. And when I found out that, I remember talking to one of my homies that used to work for Capitol Records. The nigga said, he said, "Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, the record label stopped doing that shit. They rather just snatch a nigga off the street that's already created." So I asked him, why did they stop creating people? Like, what was the point of that? He said, because a lot of the artists then, he was like, when you find talent, you're finding the talent. Now you just got to mold the artist, put a name to it, and then have them work this character. He was like, a
Eh,
lot of the times with a lot of the artists back then, they once they get, he was like, back then you could drop an album, tour 2 years off of it, right? I was like, damn, I forgot about that. He was like, yeah, nigga, DMX dropped an album or two albums, toured 3.5, 4 years off of fucking two albums, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, so the nigga was like, around those time frames, once a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
just needed 6 months. He said that fame will fucking go to these people's head and be like, nigga, we don't need you no more. We out. So he said, tons and tons of millions of dollars was being lost and being spent into these artists that the record label was creating. Once the artists got to a point where they was like, well, damn, I don't really need you no more. You got me where I'm at. They was like, fuck it. We're gonna let these niggas do the hard work now. We're gonna let them create their own character. We're gonna let them tell their story. We're gonna let these niggas put their bread together and do all this shit. Pretty much do all the work that the industry was doing already. They just
Mm-hmm.
the industry stopped and let the man do it. Now the man doing it, the industry's like, all right, fuck it. Now he met where he at. Let's go ahead and run into him, or let's try to get him in our office. Let's try to find a way to do business with him and either rape this nigga out of everything he got because he worked so hard for it. And they pretty much what niggas is not thinking about. The record labels is really taking back everything that was spent 40, 50, 60, 80 years ago, nigga, on a lot
Yeah.
of these artists. That's what they taking back from these niggas that's creating their own characters now. They're like, nigga, all that money we put into these niggas back then, we
Mm-hmm.
trying to get that shit back from these new artists now.
That's what I
So
was trying.
that's all it is.
Just to add on to that, because today I done a live stream on the 666 code, talking about Toronto, like the scene, like the top artists where a lot of you guys know, like Drake, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, Nav, and Pressa, right? When I'm talking about the 666 code, it exists this concept everywhere, but especially here. If you weren't a person who went to acting school, some type of training, or you have what we call connections, or most likely you have to have like a story in Toronto for you to be respected as a rapper. You have to go to jail. You have to be part of some type of gang or some shit. You have to have like a story, else you won't be spotlighted in Toronto
Right.
on the major whatever platforms. You have to do that. So you have to actually sacrifice yourself so Drake will respect you. So Drake will respect you, even though he hasn't done those things and promoted himself like that, right? All these top guys see I talk about, like the Weeknd had to do the drugs thing. He had to be the druggie.
All right.
So that's how he got popular. He got in, right? The Weekend. So Tory Lanez was the hardest working one. Sorry, out of all of them, he had to do mixtapes, selling his stuff on the street. He had to go out in the street and hustle and make people see him. And until he went to America, he paid his way, went to America. I actually know his ex manager, his first manager. I know him really good. Tory Lanez's first manager, but he helped him go to Florida and get noticed, right? Tory
And let,
Lanez.
I wanted to say something, just a sidebar on that. Bro, Tory Lanez made so much money as an independent artist when he was coming up, and he still does, but when he started, when he like nigga, when he was dropping the Say It single,
Mm.
that album, that whole album right after, bro, that whole 2.5 years, Tory was on a motherfucking $1 million run, bro. And let me
Yeah,
tell
so
you,
you see how he's on
every
the run? You see how
yeah,
he's locked
bro.
up? You see how he's locked up?
Yeah.
It's now that made room for Drake. I saw that from the beginning. So that's the sacrifice I'm seeing, right? Now you see Nav. I don't know about if you know about that Indian guy who's with the Weekend EXO. He's another guy now. Like I don't know what he had to do to get to that level. The point is, all of these guys have to do a lot of shit, and
All right.
you
Okay, so
only get
oh,
respected most of the time doing something negative to get in the door.
Nav. Okay, so here let's talk a little bit on Nav real quick. So remember I told you I listened to Nav. I fuck with Nav. Now, what was kind of bothering me about Nav's music is Nav portrays this gangster look, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And a lot of his music, I don't want to go through all the lyrics, but
Mhm.
in a lot of his music, he has spoken about mafia shit. And I'm talking about
Juan, I
very
think
good
there's
detail to
quite a
in
few
good
platforms
detail.
that go out whack.
Well,
I
where
would
So
Nav
I'm
is
a
say
little
from,
nervous of
why
what
so
he
few?
has to do because he talk about he
Because
got
there's a
ops.
shitload of platforms on
He
yeah,
YouTube
talk
that go
about
out
all
whack.
that
you know
shit.
Damn
what?
near all of them. Shit,
Compared to everybody
honestly.
else, I give you like Toronto knowledge. He's from actually a hood in
I
Toronto,
know,
right?
I know.
He's from
Nav
he's
is
from the
really about
Rex.
that shit from what
He's
I
from
hear.
he's from the Rex. Compared to all these other guys who I just named, let me see:
Yeah.
Drake, Weekend, who I say Tory, Party. The guy who's really from the hood of all of them is not the Indian guy. Yeah, Rexdale. Rexdale is the Crip part. Was known as the Crip part for over 30 years in Toronto.
They
So
got
yeah,
That
Crip.
is
They got
he's
Crips in
rolling.
Toronto.
crazy. They got Crips in
Oh yeah, yeah.
Toronto.
Oh, a long time ago, and they got Bloods too. But
Man,
the Crips are the majority because of the color. Like I mentioned
what?
to the brother the other night. Yeah, they've been
Damn.
around a long time. That would probably be one of the most oldest. I mean, like the biggest gangs when the Crip and the Blood thing became popular in Toronto, the Crips, because I'm gonna say it because people from Toronto know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a place we're not too far from here, but we're in the outskirts. Finch, Jane and Finch. So
Mm.
Jane and Finch, where it's near, it's called North York. The whole part of a certain part of Toronto, like North Toronto, North York. So there's East York and there's West York. So West York is Jane and Finch. That's where Press is from, right? Jane and Finch would be like the Compton of Toronto.
All right.
Like you get, I mean, that same type of atmosphere. A lot of the, the social housing, old neighborhoods, apartments and shit like that. A lot of black people, minorities and shit like that. And a lot of stuff been going on from the 70s in Jane, like Jane Finch is known from the 70s and shit. So a lot of those parts of Jane and Finch were Crips, and then there's a further, like there's different parts of Finch where they recognize themselves as Crips, blue, like wearing blue. You get what I mean? There's a couple spots where there was blood, but mainly it was Crips because the Blue Jays
All
is
right.
blue, and Toronto Maple Leafs is blue and white. So a lot of the stuff what people would wear, like as sports gear, is blue. You get what I'm
All
saying?
right.
So and then there's
Yeah,
other
I
part,
know what you're talking
and then
about.
Rexdale, where Nav is from, is the furthest west of Toronto. That's away from Finch. But even though they're away from Finch, back in the day, the Crips from Rexdale and all the way to Finch, where I'm at, North Toronto, they always connected. All the Crips connected, who who was from, like representing the Crip side, right? But mostly that's West Toronto. Toronto's more like a LA, I mean, West Toronto's more like a LA vibe. They mess with colors, and then East Toronto is like a Brooklyn vibe. These guys don't dress in colors. The guys from East Toronto, they're completely different.
All right.
They're like we call them Little Brooklyn because they're Americanized. A lot of, for some reason, and I know there's been a lot of Americans who live, like when they come to Toronto, we know who lived in Scarborough or the East End. That's Scarborough. They call it Scarborough, right? So those guys down there are more like they don't dress in colors. The West End guys from Toronto recognize the American thing with the Bloods and the Crips. There's even the Latin Kings. There's even like
What
even other
in
cultures that been.
Canada?
Oh yeah.
What
Oh
the?
shit, man. Yo, I
That
could
shit
give
is
you a
crazy.
whole pod. I could give you a whole pod. Organized crime is like big, and especially organized crime. It's huge in Canada, and they got the links with like America. Like there's a whole story of that still going on. Like especially Montreal,
All
the
right.
other province next there. That's a gangster city, yo.
But
There's a lot of shit people.
y'all see the video with the Japanese dudes with all the red flags that was banged out, bro? Like, and the dude was rapping the Jap. I'm like, boy, this shit is crazy. Like, boy,
Yeah,
that
man,
LA got
everywhere.
influence everywhere, bro. Like that shit. I
Oh
did
yeah,
not
in
know
Japan.
that they had Crips and
everywhere.
Bloods or Latin Kings in fucking Canada, bro. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Like, and then there's the Jamaican, like, because there's a lot of Jamaicans here. Where my
Mm-hmm.
parents are from. Is the Jamaican posses are the gang them.
Right,
That's more like organized. That's more like organized crime. Like,
right,
you get what I mean? Like, this is like a United Nations of organized crime, and it's very big, and has links to like the American, like, when you guys know about John Gotti and all that shit, right?
yeah,
All those different gangsters down there.
right,
I watch a lot of documentaries, right? Even on like the Bloods and the Crips, but with the mafia, because I grew up. I have we call a friend who's Italian. I grew up with an Italian guy who not too far from here, right?
right,
And he told me everything like about their world, like growing up, I got the inside compared to other people who just watch the movies, right? So a lot of the real mafia, they never went to New York. They came to Canada, Toronto,
right,
Montreal. The guys who people thought were the gangsters, the real whatever big gangsters in New York, they used to have to they were getting the liquor from Canada. Remember, prohibition. It was already it wasn't illegal in Canada. So what's his name? What's his name from Chicago? Uh, Al Capone was getting all his liquor up Niagara Falls. He was getting all his wine because Niagara Falls right now is known as wine country up here. That's where they grow in the Niagara all the wine. Some of the best world's best wine comes from Niagara.
right,
That's where Al Capone was getting all his alcohol and stuff like that in New York. So the mafia up here, they come from a different part of Italy. A lot of them, I think, are from like Sicily, the part where it's like the dark Italian, more dark Italian.
right,
I noticed in New York they look more lighter. There's some dark ones, but they're more lighter, more looking like from another part of Europe. But up here, a lot of them are more dark, black hair, maybe more. Some of them look almost like a brother. You
right.
get what I mean? So yeah, the mafia up here is still big in Canada. It's like the government. I'm straight up saying it. It's like they run free. They don't get locked up like you don't see no big bus locking up 20 guys and that these guys are living good. They make the infrastructure. They have children going to university. They don't really have to worry about going to jail. It's just like that. Like
Right.
they're the ones who are building up the buildings and shit like that. Like they know who the people are. Some of these guys do go get locked up like the soldiers, but it's not televised.
Right.
It's quiet. It has to be like a podcast like now, how we're talking for you to find out about these guys, who these guys are. That's why I
And
know
that's
like Wack 100, what we're talking about
right.
earlier, is no different than some of these mafia guys, even in America. I see they got locked up and they go on these podcasts and they're talking about what they have done. You ever watch some of these other pods where you see these gangsters, these guys who are saying that they killed all these people, but they're talking
All right.
and shit like that. They're talking about other gangster stories and stuff like that. Like that's the same thing what I feel Wack is doing, and other people. They're bringing these characters on a platform because it's entertainment. But the difference is these guys have probably these guys are not like these mafia guys who made deals yet with the government. That's the difference. These mafia guys who are talking and are free after killing 10 people, they made deals with the government.
All right.
So I don't know if Wack has a deal with the government. You never know. You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, the way he keep escaping from shit and magically having shit, and I just don't get it, man. Like everybody thinks this motherfucker's a god, bro. Like, I mean, the situation with rapper SKG. What was the
Mm.
odds of, you know, mind you, right? I don't know. I don't sit here and investigate everything anybody fucking does for my
Yeah,
being. Draco does what Draco does, okay? Just as
yeah.
well as everybody else. And one morning I'm sitting here chilling, and Loose Cannon wife texts me like, Look what's going on." And this Wack texting her. There you go, big IBMG Savage. What it do? Um,
Hey, shout out to everybody, man.
uh,
It's all right, yeah.
he she
Big
sends me
dog.
she sends me a screenshot of of a chat on Instagram, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And what it was is SKG, rapper SKG had just did that interview with Adam 22 at No Jumper. And they put the clip on the No Jumper post on Instagram on their page. And that in that clip, though, if you go to the comment section, pretty much everybody was saying the same exact thing Draco was saying. She kept saying the word meeting a bunch of times. So people were in the comments like, oh, it sounds scripted. Why do you keep saying meeting or whatever? So when Draco said something about it, she immediately replied to him and was like, bitch, don't start with me today. Ain't you loose, homeboy? She got the going in. This is rapper SKG. I don't know if y'all know who rapper SKG is, but I didn't know this was going on until Sharice sent me the screenshot, and I'm like, what the fuck? And the screenshot she sent me was Wack sending a screenshot of what she screenshotted to Wack, and I'm like, does everybody think Wack's a fucking god? Why everybody gotta go through this nigga, bro? Like, what the fuck? And he in there, I don't think they want to fuck with her, and da 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 this and da 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 that. I told Draco, nah, I don't think that bitch want to fuck with us. Like, she don't understand, okay? And what we do, Draco, 30 minutes out of there, nigga. She was gone, nigga. Like, gone. Like,
location.
Listen, he pretty much put it in text messages like, this is somebody they don't want to go to war with. If they try it, she gonna do this, she gonna do that.
And see, this my thing.
Let's do it then. And
I think it's funny. Let me say something. I want to make sure. I think it's hilarious.
Right.
That somebody is mad. Hold on. Hear me when I say this. Mad.
Right.
Doing that on the phone.
Like, she just flat out just disrespected him off rip, bro. Like, she was like, you bitch, bro. Bitch this, bitch that. I'm like, damn. Like, the homie just said it sounds scripted, just like everybody else said. But for some reason, she zeroed in on him. She seen IBM and she like, ain't you loose, homeboy? She was going in, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like,
but this my problem too. Like Hood said, nigga, stop going to Wack like he gonna do something.
Right. Like, they think this nigga's a goddess, nothing. Bro. Like, what the fuck? He's fucking 5'2". He a little pudgy, little plump motherfucker. Like, what?
That nigga built like a turtle.
Right. Like, what he gonna do?
He got the reptilian skin on his face.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss IBM Hoodlum was bleeding him in the chat yesterday.
Yo, listen.
Yeah, my wife, man, she don't, man, you know, he posted a picture of my wife. So, and then you know how people got their pictures where they not looking like all dolled up. So he goes and takes the picture of my wife with a hoodie on and try to make fun of her.
No. But here's my hood. Here's my thing. It don't even matter, nigga. Right. Why you posting the homie wife, though, nigga?
Right.
You know why?
That's where I'm at, nigga.
I heard,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I wrote what I wrote on my story.
Right.
I heard he said that girl runs his page. R&B.
Man, that nigga, he run his page.
No, R&B don't run his page. He run that page.
R&B, he run his shit.
He uses R&B as a shield, and like I said, that's what he tried to do with me with Loose to try to get me out of there. He kept lying to Loose like he's doing this to R&B, he's doing that to R&B, and like I said, if you really know Loose biggest pet peeve is whatever we got going on, we don't involve people, girlfriends or wives. We don't put him in it. He knows that, so he kept trying to use that as a formula to try to get me for Loose to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying?
I seen that someone tried that. I seen that before. They use personal shit like that.
Draco, my wife said she needed a diss track made for that nigga ASAP from you.
Oh, it's made already.
This dude right here,
you gotta bang it.
Mind you, I've been knowing this dude for a while now, right? I've been knowing Draco for a while now, right? And out of nowhere, he decides that, hey, Hood, check this out. This is my EP, and I'm like, EP? You rap? Nigga, I said that shit to my wife. She pulled up to the house slapping that shit. She said, this shit go hard. I'm like, I'm listening to her like, bro, what is you doing, bro? Like, I'm not understanding. Loose got a whole studio. Everything y'all hear when Loose make music, that's all Loose production. He makes the beat, he mixes and masters it, and Loose does everything. All you got to do is just rap. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, well, you should have been in the studio. Like, I'm not understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there.
I had took some time.
The artist, the producer,
right?
Everything.
And
bro, nigga, it shocked me when Beathers told me. Beathers was like, nigga, no, that's all Loose.
Yeah, Loose do everything. Every time y'all hear anything from Loose, that's all his shit. He does everything, bro.
Bro, listen, don't just that track that I had sent you. That's the track that I was telling you. I said, nigga,
Right.
that's it. I'm telling you, that's it. And then I'm just gonna put it in the EP, but that's gonna be the one. I'm telling you. It's
She said
called "Get You
the
Some,"
mole
nigga.
wasn't doing jack shit, recycling rhymes, huh? Hey, my wife's stupid, bro.
Oh my god, man! But I'm telling you, bro. Listen, Savage, to kind of fill you in, nigga. We went over the whole the mannerisms of Wack,
Right.
No Hunted on the No Jumper platforms. The gaslight. We went over gaslighting. We went over some of the Toronto politics that they got going on up there. We didn't know how heavy LA
Once.
influence is up there in Toronto. It's man, we just learned a lot. I'm telling you, we're gonna have
Right.
to fill you in.
Because I never knew
But
there was
we were
Crips and Bloods up there.
Oh yeah.
yeah, bro. He filled us in on that. He gave us the whole structure.
And
Like
you know
this,
the guy,
Not a
the guy,
fucking
the
thing off
guys who are the
Clubhouse.
real, like the
And
real, just
Clubhouse
new
don't
guys
pay
who are claiming
nobody,
Crips,
and
but the guys
I
who are
still
like
don't
the real Crips,
understand
they hold
how
on to that
motherfuckers
shit.
sit over
And it's like
there all day, every
neighborhoods
day,
became Crips.
and
So
don't
it's like
do
there's
nothing but
guys
just
who are like
gossip. No
in their
money being
40s right
made.
now who are
Wack
Crips
runs
from
24-hour
the
rooms, but
early
like I
90s.
said, that's his
Because there used to
infatuation
be
with the
other
internet.
gangs, and
It's
what
it's a,
happened
it's a
is someone
smart way
from
to
LA
keep your
came
name in
here, I think,
algorithm. You see
and
what I'm saying?
they
He's
brought
infatuated with
all
that
these
shit.
other little,
To where
these
he
other
got people
gangs
that sit
together
up all
under
day for 24
the
hours
Crips.
and run rooms, bro, in
There
Clubhouse.
used
That
to
shit is
be a gang
insane.
called
Literally insane.
Trife, right? These guys are probably like the older heads. And after that, I heard Crips,
Yeah, every
and they were
time
one of the main gangs in
I
Toronto.
did pop in there every blue
This gang called
moon
Trife.
and listen
Then
to
they
anything Wack had to
became
say
Crips.
after some shit went down, I'll be in there just
Yeah,
listening
that's
to
bro. That's
bitches.
crazy.
crazy.
Hey, my
It would
apologies
get
to
so
everybody
loud
for
in
being
there.
late, man. I had
You
some
That's
couldn't
all
stuff
right.
even
going
That's
on
all
like
with my
right,
make out
yo.
what they
son,
would be
man.
saying.
And
It'd be
no,
30
bro. Listen,
motherfuckers
we
yelling at
all
each other,
family. We all.
and all
Hey,
you
I'm
hear is
well. We all got kids. I'm pretty sure all
Down
of
to
us.
yeah, it's
earth,
like what
man. I
the
know how
fuck?
that is, yo.
My wife used to
We
look at me
all
like,
got
"What
kids,
is
bro.
that?"
I
I was
got a
like, "I just
worm,
popped
nigga.
in
I
here
got
to
six,
see if some
and I
shit
got
going
six
on
Oh,
with
yeah.
Wack,
kids.
because some shit went down. I want to see if in here
I'm
tell it."
lucky mine
Listen,
are
And
mostly
all you hear
big,
is
man.
bitches
I
screaming
only
the
have
whole
one
time.
young
hey,
one.
I only got
listen,
one
man.
little one. The rest is like 21. You feel me?
Yeah,
A little younger in the teens.
yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, how old is the young one?
The young one is turning 3 in June, and then
Oh
June
man,
what,
all
little,
cuz
my
of?
little.
girls,
Okay.
all my girls is like 21,
Uh,
17, 16.
What?
June what?
June what? What's the day? June what?
June 15th.
Oh, okay.
Uh, okay. My son is turning 1 June 4th.
oh,
Oh,
damn. You
congratulations.
got a young
Right.
one. Holy.
Yeah,
You
man.
still young
Yeah,
still.
dog. I'm telling you,
Uh,
man. We out here
no more for
nailing the
me.
Yeah, I
paper
don't
to
want
the
no more.
ball, man.
I
We
don't
ain't
want
playing no
nothing.
games,
You
nigga.
couldn't pay me to pop another motherfucking kid over in this motherfucker. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
get
Ain't
your
no way.
experience.
When
I'm
I tell
telling you,
y'all,
you're
when
gonna
y'all
be out
when
here
y'all
broke.
see
I'm
me
telling
live,
you.
it's if when I'm doing shit like this, it's out of the grace of God. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
Out of the grace of
Yeah.
God, I'm able to sit here and do this. And I think my wife
Yeah,
gave
you
their
got
ass
a
some
little
melatonin.
military over there.
I'm not lying.
Hey,
You'll be on the
man,
phone
listen.
with me and be like, what the fuck going on? Like all day, every day. So if y'all see me doing this, y'all better thank my wife. My wife then either got them settled down and got them occupied, or she stuck a melatonin gummy in their motherfucking mouth, bro. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nigga, if
hey,
you
somebody
come
had to
into
go to
my
sleep.
community, you definitely gonna find the hood home. You definitely gonna find
Yeah.
us, nigga.
Yep.
It sound like a
Yep.
park in this motherfucker, bro. I'm not lying, nigga.
Hey, you know what?
I'm
And see,
away.
listen,
I'm
My
away.
son
did
turning
tell one of my
3 June
homeboys
4th
this.
too. Oh, somebody in my chat said they son turning 3 on June 4th.
Oh,
Happy
wow.
Yep.
birthday.
Bro, June 4th is like a popular birthday. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. That's beautiful, man. We got all these
Or-
Geminis out here. That's what that
I'm
is. That's a
Right.
I'm a
Gemini.
Taurus, man. My birthday is the 22nd after 420. Tomorrow's
Yo,
420. My
my
birthday is the 22nd.
Oh
one of
shit,
my
my
best
cousin
friends,
lagged
man.
out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Text him if you got to. Hood. Text him.
Yeah, I know he was having. He probably gonna pop back
One of
in.
my best friends, my best friend Peg. He's a Taurus.
Mm.
That nigga, I was, and it's crazy, bro. How now with him,
Yeah.
with Red, you gotta when you have a conversation with him, the best thing, the great thing that I like about him, he's gonna always
I
keep it authentic
Juan, I'm
with
gonna
you.
keep it real.
He's not gonna
I heard that
sugarcoat
it
shit.
was
He gonna
2 or
keep it
3 people
100.
recording,
So
and
if
one
you
of them was a
can't deal
female.
with it,
I couldn't tell you nothing.
he's not the person you want to
Mind
talk
you,
to
I didn't
because
know
he gonna
nothing
hurt your
about
feelings, bro.
no jumper
And
shit
he's not
until I seen
purposely
Christopher
doing it.
Lovejoy upload the shit on
He really
YouTube.
just don't have no other way
I
to put
wasn't
it, nigga. Like
contacted by my
in a
team. They
situation
didn't
like
tell me
this,
what
I'll give you a
happened.
prime
None of
Yeah.
example.
that. All I know
A
is
nigga lied
the
to
next
him about
morning,
some bread that he owed the
I
nigga.
woke up.
Long story short,
YouTube notification went off saying
the
Christopher
same
Lovejoy
dude that lied to
uploaded
him
a
about the
motherfucking
bread, the
video,
dude
and I
needed
clicked on it,
some bud.
and it was the no
So
jumper
he
fight.
go to the
That was
homie,
the
he
first
needed some
time
bud.
I seen it.
Red like, I'm gonna go ahead. So let me have a conversation with this nigga. So he tell him what he owe him, and then he tell him, look, you already owe me, but I see you got a dub in your hand right now. So here's the choice. I'm trying to be a real nigga and let you save your money. Let me just front you. Pay me on Friday because you need that $20 to get back home, bro. You know what I'm saying? You stay in the city. The nigga said, "Nah, man. Let me just go ahead and give you the money. I don't feel right keeping the money and you front me." The nigga Red said it one more time. He said, "Look, bro, I'm telling you, I'm trying to be a good dude. You need that money to take the bus back home. Keep it. Friday, you get paid. That's in 4 days. Pay me Friday." He still gave the nigga the 20. Peak game, bro. 4 a.m. I'm at a Waffle House. I'm eating. Why come out? Because I had to get back. I had to get to work early that next day. I'm walking now. I'm going across the street to work. I see the homie that gave his last dub up sleeping on the motherfucking the bus bench right by the job, bro. I'm like, what is going on with this nigga? Like, people don't make. I feel like in this world, bro, a lot of people are not making or don't have enough individuals that's trying to be honest with them. And so when I asked him, I said, Red, why you just didn't get a nigga the money back and just give it to me? He said, nigga, I told him twice. He said, this is how the world works, nigga. You be real with a nigga more than once. I think I was being too gracious. He was like, nigga, once I said it twice, it's your choice after that, homie. He gave me the dub. He slept on the motherfucking bus bench. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was
Right.
like, I can't do nothing for this nigga. He wanted to smoke more than he wanted to go home. So what you want me to say? And that's what I'm saying. Like he built different, bro. That's definitely 100% a tourist mindset.
Right.
Like, nigga, I'm gonna give you the choice, and the choice gonna ultimately be up to you.
Right.
But I'm not. I'm gonna take this dub though.
They say
I'm gonna
common
take this
sense
dub.
ain't always all that common, but everybody don't know how to prioritize. You feel me? When it comes to your responsibilities and obligations, so it's like, shit. At least he
But
was
that shit
given the
did hurt
opportunity.
my feelings though, bro, to see him on the bench. I had woke the nigga up. I was like, damn, God, what's up with you? He was like, oh. I said, nigga, how long you been out here? All night, bro. The nigga been walking the street all night. Just walking the street up and down the street by the job all night. I said, nigga, that's the police come over here, your ass going to jail. Come on, nigga, you
Right.
tripping. I had to take him into the job, and the nigga shift didn't start till 10 a.m., but we open at 6:30. So I told him, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nigga, in and I was gonna say this earlier to kind of bring a different ideology to this. So when I used to tell niggas common sense is definitely not common. But what if I told y'all common sense is built on perspective, the environment somebody grew up in? So what may be common to this individual may not be common to you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree with that, but that's like when you just getting too deep into, not saying like we ain't articulate enough or intelligent enough to dive into that, but like different strokes for different folks. Everybody wasn't raised the same, that's a fact. But it's like everybody know, if you see some fire and you put your hand on it,
You gonna
you feel me? You go get burned.
right.
If you
that's
don't know,
real. That's
you,
real.
you
That's
go
real.
find out the hard way. So
That's
it's like,
real.
if you
That's
got
real,
somebody
sad.
trying to tell you something and you ain't using your common sense, your God given abilities, and that's fall on
Real.
you. Ain't nobody,
That's
and it's
real. That's
explained to you.
real.
So if you're not taking heed to some type of game or advice somebody giving you, bro, that can't nobody hold your hand the rest of your life. My grandpa used to tell me that, like, man, I can't hold your hand. You feel me?
That's real.
Like you already old enough. You done gave me all the jewels and gems and everything I needed. You feel me, to like maintain myself. Like I used to be like, I love you, grandpa. He like, love just two people feeling sorry for each other. But that was when I was younger. You feel me? Like before he passed,
Yeah.
he's saying it back. But it's like Like really, like man, he don't want to hear that shit. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Real shit, real shit, real shit. That's real, bro.
real.
That is real. But that, nigga, I
You
feel
can't feel
like,
sorry for a grown man, bro.
and you correct. You're correct. I just at the time I was just like, damn, bro, because I was feeling sorry. I was feeling sorry for him and his decision. So once I came to that point, like, nigga, how I'm gonna feel sorry for a nigga and the decision he made
But it's like
after you was
the more you
given.
do for a person and they not being grateful or appreciative, then it's like they not. I don't know how to word this, but I feel like you enabling their behavior at that point. You get what I'm
That's
saying? Because
real.
they just gonna
That's
take
real.
advantage because they gonna still have the mindset. And I ain't speaking on him personally because I don't know him, but like
Yeah,
just in my experiences, they gonna have a mindset like, oh, I'm all alone. Don't nobody do nothing for me. It's me by myself. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
yeah.
you know,
And yo,
the
Sav, hold on, fam, you just touched it. I wanted to bring that up. You just touched that. He used to do that. The nigga that I'm talking about is sitting on the bench. He used to walk around and make niggas feel sad for him. He used to be like, man, man, I don't have no bread to make it home.
Right.
And we'll walk up, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll be like, man, shit, Q, you hit that joint earlier? Shit, man. What you doing later? No, nigga, you ain't coming to my house to hit shit. Take your ass home, nigga.
Right.
Take your ass home. Fuck that. Cause I
I feel
already knew
like
what it is. I already knew what it
even when I
was.
help people, like if you're not an orphan or like if you could walk, you could talk, you got the same abilities as me, like if you offering a service for something, I would be more willing to help you than just like giving you something and ain't no telling what you gonna do with it. That's not my problem. You feel me? That's not my
That's
concern. If
real.
you say you want something for this and you don't use it for that, that's on you. At
Right.
the same
That's
time,
real.
it's like because I'm doing a good deed, but you can't really help everybody. If I help everybody that I could or just ask, you feel me? I wouldn't have nothing. It's like a come
That's
time where
real.
you just like gotta put yourself first and not be selfish, but like put yourself in a position to do for others. But you can't enable people's behavior by just like doing everything for them when they got the same abilities as you. I could see if he like missing a leg or missing an arm or it's a woman with a kid out
That's
there.
real.
You feel me?
That's
Even
real.
then, people be using scams and stuff. So it's hard to like really decipher or discern if somebody is being sincere or they really need help these days. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's real, bro.
So,
That's
yo,
real. That's
G,
real.
G, G Savage, what do you think about the hip? I call it the hip hop police. We are talking about earlier about Wack and academics, people like him who concentrate on like not really even the culture, the art. We can't say that. They're just talking about legal shit. That like they might as well call the show something like the police show or something like that. Putting like a description of it instead of like every time they go on, they should just call the show like the police show or something. Like because they're talking about
yeah,
police
if
business.
you just making the police job easier for them, then it's like you ain't no bueno, you ain't no good. At the
Right.
same time, it's like a lot of people be doing that stuff to themselves. The people that's exposing something that ain't like that's open, I don't know. I think that's like all bad because if I'm sitting up here exposing something that don't nobody know about and it could potentially incriminate somebody or get somebody in trouble, it's like I'm possibly putting myself in the
Uh oh.
fire and at the same time,
Uh-huh.
I'm not I'm not the police. That's not my job. So I'm not about to focus on that. Like
Right.
I despise them that type of enforcement. I know
Nobody knew about that no jumper
without it, you
video
feel me,
until
it'd be
Mr.
total
Jamal put it
chaos. So
out.
it's
Hey,
like to a degree you gotta respect it. At the same time, it's like I'm not about to do their job for them. And I don't associate myself with people that be on that type of timing because you'll become a liability to me
that's real.
or the people
Right.
that I
Hey,
rock with.
look, how my boy Wack, honey, be doing it on the No Jumper show. He be like, so you mean to tell me
Right.
you pulled up? He need that confirmation, hood. He need it. I'm telling y'all think I'm joking.
Yep.
Yo, we was just talking about how articulate he is with words, right? So my my boy, listen, Wack will hit you with that. So are you serious? You mean to tell me? And then he'll break it up like in some interviews. If Adam asks a question, the dude to answer. Wack put in. Remember, I said earlier, I don't know if it's a real experience. I don't know. It could be a fabricated experience just to build a connection with the individual. So he'll
Demon
put
Time, are
in
you
a
obsessed with me?
fabricated individual,
Hey,
like put in a
babe,
fabricated story to the
the one that
individual or
called you
whatever
flat
to
chested
build a
is in the chat.
connection. And right after, you know,
Might
he
as well
make a
get
good
off on his
connection,
ass.
the nigga will go, so you mean to
I can't hear
tell
you,
me,
Shelby.
damn, man, so what happened
Yeah,
with you and
the
Woo
one
Woo?
that
Because
called
you
you a
said
night
that you
nerd.
walked up on it. Oh, shit, Sam pulled, damn, Sam, his line
Yeah,
must
that
be
shit tripping.
shaky over there.
He gonna pop back in. Hey, Demon Time. When you come into Houston, man, I can oblige you, man. I'll take you out to eat. Just let me know when you land. I'll definitely pick you up. I will definitely
What's up? But hey, I was
oblige you
gonna
to
ask
Houston,
you.
bro.
I was gonna ask you how y'all feel. How did you feel about Demon Time? Because
We'll fly
I
you
had
out.
to.
We'll fly you out. Just DM me your info. I'll make an itinerary. I can make one tonight, and then we can pick you up from the airport. Just let me know. Just send that info over.
Oh shit!
I'll get you a flight
Oh
ticket.
shit!
No, I'm dead ass, nigga, dead
Oh,
homies. We'll get you a flight ticket
you.
tonight,
I was gonna
and
tell you. I don't
we can
think
fly
you
you
know
out,
who he
bro.
talking about.
We can fly you out.
I know who he talking about though. He always be talking shit, and it's crazy because I used to like his shit too, and then I started seeing nigga. I'm like, bro, you really on some lame shit too.
All right.
Like I don't know what these niggas is on, bro.
I mean, like I said, I addressed that situation and I still don't understand it. Like I said, y'all gotta understand the last interview Luce did before the feds hit him was with Demon Time. So I don't understand why bro on that type of time. Because not only
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
when they hit the homie, he had the audacity to even call Beathers not too long after that, still fishing for information while he was live. I was on the phone with Beathers when you called, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, and he was
See,
acting
you
all
see what I'm
friendly.
saying?
Now that crate faced and got to him, he wanna be on some weird shit, bro. Like that's just so fake to me. Like the
And
homie
then that's the crazy part.
actually blessed him with an interview before he got taken away, bro. And at that time, the homie didn't know that he was part of that Rico. All we knew at the time was Big U house had got hit.
Free Loose Cannon.
Remember, I was on the phone with Cannon, and he told me, like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna pop in with Demon Time. Boom, he popped in with Demon Time. You know, Demon Time is showing him all on their phone, whatever, blase, blase. Get out the phone with the shit with him. He called me back like 10 minutes later, but he sent me a picture before he called me back. And the picture he sent me is when they pulled the motherfucking thing off the photos, and his face was there. And when he called me back, he was tripping.
And bro, the part that tripped me out is Demon Time done went off on Wack before, and I actually watched that live. I was like, nigga, I've been waiting on somebody to kind of just get, because I've been waiting on somebody to give this nigga Wack a little pushback.
Right.
But it's crazy how the pushback now is coming from us.
Right.
Like, nigga, this shit finna get so real, bro. I'm telling you, we finna disintegrate. You think the crater shit is just the beginning? That's just the surface. That's crack. That's crack mud at the top. We finna get all the way down to the lava, my nigga.
All right.
With this nigga, we finna desecration.
Right.
Desecration. That's what we in the works of doing right now. We just getting started, baby. Please believe that.
I keep, man, listen, these dudes, like I said, they're not even smart to even come our way. Like they put together sloppy, poor plans. Like you see the desperation video today with 600. I just had a live about it before this one. Like, okay, let's go to plan B because plan A didn't work. Well, let's just say that you did post the raw footage, but Luce sent it to you and Luce told you to post it. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy. Like that didn't work because he still tried to say, well, his video was up before mine. I posted it at, in the morning on the 27th. So they still kept trying to say that I posted my video before his. Like I said, you can't check your timestamp posting the reel on the app, but you can check it on the PC. And guess when I posted the reel? The same day at 11 o'clock at night. Nigga, like niggas is liars, bro.
We need to know the stylist on this nigga toupee. 600. 600. We need to know the stylist for your toupee, guy. On the set, we need to know that shit because I don't know who braiding his shit. And nigga, every other motherfucking month, he go back to a low. It look like a box fade, homie. And then like a month later, he got hair in his head. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
Niggas is putting weave in their hair. What the fuck is going on?
Who are you talking about?
We talking about 600. We talking about 600.
Oh, him. Oh,
inflated
yeah. Okay.
muscle having ass. We talking about that
Let me see
build structure.
Good.
wood
Hold on, I'm
base
texting
having
right now.
ass that nigga right there. We talking about his ass. We
All right.
talking about him. Chat line face having ass. We talking about him. Sign up for free, 600 looking ass. We talking about that bitch ass nigga. That
Right.
mark ass nigga right there.
Right.
The nigga who really ain't lived in the 60s. We talking about that nigga right
Oh
there.
yeah, he.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy.
Hold on, where my
We
cousin at?
talking about that bitch ass
He
nigga.
actually grew up in Reno Valley. You know that's where my cousin G Savage from Moval. He from Dorner Block.
And,
But
and nigga, the nigga need
like
to
I
be
said,
claiming where he from.
how old is 600? 600. He was born in '83, so he 41.
yeah,
He lived
41.
21, 22 years of his life from Reno Valley. Nigga, you from Reno Valley. You ain't from the 60s.
So
That's
how
He
crazy.
how
never lived in the
yeah, where
60s.
he
He
come
never lived in the 60s. He never. He
where
lived
he
in the
come
60s.
from?
Who?
See what I'm
Like
saying?
where he come from all of a sudden that day? He just popped
It,
up like a Wack 100. He just popped up. Like where he came from?
Who,
Like
600?
what yeah, what's his resume?
I don't know. I
so
don't
Wack, I
understand
was gonna say
where he was discovered. Why was he
Wack
discovered?
said that he met him with he met 600 through Big U. He said nigga he pulled up somewhere. He was like he hopped out the
Mhm.
whip, nigga. He saw 600 standing by Big U with a tank top on
Oh,
and
I
some
heard
Dickie
of that.
shorts.
Yeah.
I swear, I
Yeah.
think it was something exactly just like that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Wack said he met 600 through Big U. It was
Right.
him and some other niggas with Big U. That's what it was.
Mm.
But other than that, I haven't heard nothing else.
But
And
that
it's
that
crazy
guy looks
because
that he looks like an agent to me. 600.
my nigga, he keep playing around
He looked like an Asian.
with these shields.
Agent,
Why?
agent.
Agent.
Asian? Oh, okay. I just said Asian.
Yeah, man. He look like he working for the
No,
government, like he's one of them, man. The feds. I don't know.
mm-mm.
I
So
get that.
mind you, right? I had a whole documentary I was about to drop on him to expose his real life because I got all the documents, everything on who he really is.
Oh man, that was gonna
But
be a beautiful
yeah, but my
documentary.
wife had to stop me. She said, "Look, I think they're trying to bait you into a defamation case because
Yeah, 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 yeah.
if he's unaware of what he is, which I already texted him what he is, then he can sue. He could try to sue. So it might be a play,
Yeah, yeah.
okay? But you don't even want to know what I know about him, bro. And it's like, whoa,
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Get off that. Get off
yeah.
that.
You don't even want to
Get
know
off
what
that.
I
We're
know
Uh,
not
about him,
talking
bro.
about that.
I'm not. I would not be
We're not
surprised.
talking
I would
about
not
that.
be surprised because when I seen that guy as a character, I seen something doesn't look right. Like to me already. I already could see the energy off
Right.
of that guy. Like he just popped out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden he's involved with like no jumper and he's on posted
You
everywhere
see,
and
Well,
so
this my
the next.
you see,
this
he's
the
trying to
thing.
take on
Six
the role
hundred.
of loose now, like he's always at no
Yeah,
jumper with
yeah,
Wack
yeah, yeah,
now. Like, bro,
yeah.
that's just so
No,
weird, bro.
Yeah.
on some real shit. Have you been seeing nigga the past? I want to say the past 3 weeks. They got a narrative now where they like nigga the crib that Wack brought up some a new crib to the thing to no jumper to replace loose. I was like, why is niggas? It's just some shit. So I had to check first, and
Right.
I want to say, bro, I think that was no jumper clip, the actual channel on YouTube that
Mm.
posted that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. It kind of gave me mixed feelings because I don't know how to. You know, I know y'all. I know everybody fuck with Adam. I fuck with Adam, but when his team start doing shit
I
like
mean,
that,
but they do it purposely because it's clickbait, it's content. You know how many people gonna be like, what? That replaced two? That they word it like that purposely. They want it
yeah,
to look like that. That's how they do that shit.
that's crazy, fam. Nigga, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What you,
I wouldn't know how to feel about that.
what do you feel about like Flako? I've been like those guys talking about
You
you.
you know what? Let me give my opinion on Flako, cause the the live he did with Miss Sharice,
And it was me,
who's Candace's
Sharice,
wife. Yeah, his
Lush. It was me,
hood,
Sharice, Lush, and
Lush.
Seti Nash. Yeah.
Yeah, Seti Nash, man. Shout out to Seti Nash, man. I fuck with
Right.
Seti Nash material. I like the stuff. I do. I like the shit.
Right.
Mhm.
He talked about some good shit on there. Uh, when he went on there and went on a rant to Seti Nash about the hood shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was sitting in the chat. I couldn't even write in the chat for a second because I was really perplexed. I was flabbergasted at the same time. But and then I started asking myself, okay, did my nigga
Yo,
Hood know
Snoop, what
about
it do?
this? Like, is this some shit that he was gonna do, or like, you know, the behind the scenes shit started coming.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay,
Right.
maybe niggas knew he was gonna do this. But then once the footage came out, niggas clipped it up, did what they wanted with it. I ended up noticing Hood didn't know shit about this. He didn't know how Flako was gonna act in that thing. Like it shocked everybody.
Right.
It shocked everybody. So for me, Flako is doing what he's supposed to do as a YouTube journalist.
But
I don't
remember,
have a problem with
take
what
into
Flako
account
do,
that he is a
but
civilian, so civilians could do
he
I
that
is a
type
was
of shit.
civilian.
Right.
I was just thinking that, not to cut you off, but to back what you said, like in my mind, a civilian, he's doing what you would expect a civilian
And
to
to
do.
do
The only
exactly.
problem that I have with that is when like civilians get involved or try to do, just cover stuff that like they shouldn't have no business, they shouldn't be involved in, because it's like if it turn on you, then you gonna be quick to use the civilian role, but you all in, street politics and gang
Yeah.
politics, and you don't respect it. So it's
Right.
like, are you trolling? Are you doing it to like basically say like, I could slam y'all, I could be cool with y'all, but at the end of the day, I really don't fuck with y'all politics or whatever it is, what it is. At the same time, I can't really like, I can't
B
see
Mac,
myself like being cool with somebody that I know. Like being a civilian, I understand your push, your politics and everything, but it's like
it's real.
I wouldn't involve you in those politics,
Right.
because you're not
But
you're
see,
not about those politics.
that's the thing though. On this particular live, Flacco portrayed an image. First of all, that I have never seen Flacco portray ever. Like this was actually brand new to me, and
Are
it
you able to
shocked me.
screen share? Because you could just pull up Sharice shit. She won't strike you. I'll tell her not to strike you, and he can pull it up so y'all can see it. I don't know if you know how to do it or
I
not.
don't think
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't think I could do
My
that.
boy was asking Seti
Oh, okay.
Nash, Savage. He was like, hey Seti, this is how he did it. Hey Seti, aren't you from 60s?
And said he was
And
like, I don't know
Seti
what you're
was
talking
like,
about. Right. Like, what? What are you
what
talking
you
about?
talking about? You know
Right.
what I'm
But
saying?
that's what
And
I'm
the nigga,
saying. He's a journalist
that's
at the same time
crazy.
and a civilian. So you gotta expect that
Nah,
that's a
Snoop, we not talking about
journalistic
that.
type question. You feel me? Like they gonna come with some shit that's just like far left sometimes, but it's up to the interviewer or somebody that's like answering a question to answer it or not answer. You get what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you should know better, be laced enough not to incriminate yourself, because it's gonna fall on you. It's
Right.
not gonna fall on the person that asked you the hot seat question. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm not knocking him for that, but maybe he's gang goofy, or he's doing it intentionally to try to get people to incriminate themselves. Only he knows that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
not
you're
like
right.
if you ask
But
him that,
see
he gonna be
this,
like,
and
oh.
but this is what I'm saying. At the same time, see, hold on, G Savage. This is how I feel about it. Flacco, that's not normally what Flacco do. Flacco do troll. He troll. But that specifically on that live, I really thought that was straight police action. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Flacco
Mm.
was right here, I wouldn't need, it wouldn't be no need to put my hands on the nigga, but
What
I'd be
he
like,
what
nigga, I know for sure you gonna tell, you gonna
Hey, I
damn
have
show
no idea who that
report.
is.
You report, my
when
nigga.
he said
You know what
about
I'm
the
saying?
FBI, when he said it talked about the FBI, that's what I got like, okay, man, this
I
is like
watched those lives though.
Right.
that's
He had me
crazy.
dying. He was like, yeah, because you do something to me, I'm telling. I'm
Well, yeah,
like,
I mean, like I said, his behavior is what's expected. Like, there's nothing in that live when we did that Sunday service that shocked me in a way, because it's expected. You see what I'm saying? The only thing that rubbed me the wrong way about Flacco is how he went about the whole, well, if I'm using Brick Baby name as content right now because of what's going on, I'm gonna pay my dues.
I had a
But
problem
at the
with that
same
too.
time,
I had a
I have to
problem with that
remind
too.
you, at the same time, he
Sure did.
remember, this was the second live. The first live he was on, he was telling Sharice to hold some audio from Loose to play towards the end of the Sunday service, because he was part of it, because he wanted to clip it. And he was like, man, the last thing you put out, I got 300 and something thousand views off of it. The one I got from you earlier, I got 127,000 right now. And he was like, man, if I can get this audio, that's a bag. So as we doing Sunday service, he turned around and say, well, as far as Loose, I'm broke. And then Sharice was like, well, if you using his name, like, you should be chipping him off too. Like, he started acting like real funny when it came to Loose. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm a chip Big Baby off because you're using his name as content. But when it come to Loose that you say you fuck with, it's, I'm broke now, I ain't got no money. He only see, y'all don't understand that Flako exposed to Sharice that when we did that Sunday service, or the day before that, he had exposed to her what he made off of YouTube that month. Y'all want to know how much he made that month? Y'all wouldn't even believe it.
Bet he made a
55K.
bag.
55K, nigga. And couldn't even chip loose off $100. That shit crazy, right? I mean, that was the only thing I rubbed me away about Flako, but his behavior is expected of him. That's what you expect from somebody like Flako. So there was nothing he did that was like, oh shit, to me, because he's a fucking dweeb. You got to expect that from people like that. You know what I mean?
Flako, that's fucked up, nigga.
Right.
He
That is
need to
fucked
know
up.
that shit. That's
No,
fucked
you're right.
up, Flako.
If you say you make 50,000,
yeah,
right?
click this shit. That's
And
fucked up.
and you supposed to be his. Are you cool with him? You're right.
He talking about he fucked with Luce and all that shit in the live, bro. He said that you made that nigga, and you couldn't even at least put at least 500 on the books for the month,
Something.
man.
Right.
You're right.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, bro? What you mean?
Right.
Put 500 on Brick Baby, put 500 on Luce, nigga.
But it go to what you said earlier,
That's crazy.
right? It go to what you said earlier, right? Because I feel like even soldiers got to be trained. So it's like,
right.
If you don't lay somebody properly on how things should be, or showing that you're a real individual, this is how you'll show you'll really mess with him.
Right.
You feel me? Do it like this. It's like what was common to him wasn't common to us. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I agree with what you said earlier. I think that would come into play right there, but I don't really know. I don't really got too many words for that dude right there. I think
No,
he funny,
I know,
you feel me?
Savage. Listen, for me, all I'm saying is for me, I don't know Flako personally. We don't. I mean, I've never met him. I just know the internet personality that he portrays.
Right.
But that last live, the last two lives that they did, man, especially with the one with Lush, and shout out Lush, because he checked him. He checked him on that live, bro, about that Brick Baby shit.
Yeah, on everything. I was watching it. I was
He
tuned in.
checked
You
that
already
nigga
know.
about that shit. Shout out Lush to that nigga for that shit. I was like, nigga, somebody need to check him about this shit. Because Flako be getting out of pocket, Savage. You know what I'm saying? He be out of pocket about some of that shit he be saying about Brick Baby, bro. He be out of pocket about a lot of the shit he be saying about Luz. You know what I'm saying? And just you can't say that you fuck with a nigga and you putting this out in the world. That live is out to the world.
Right.
You fuck with Luz. You fuck with Luz.
Right.
Yeah, but
And
I
then
don't
behind
really.
the
I take a
scenes-
man words as far as you could throw him to a degree, unless you really know him. You feel me? Because
That's
sometimes
real.
it be like, people ain't really as credible as they be saying. And when you mix business with personal relationships, it just be like,
Right.
do they got a personal relationship? You get what I'm saying? It's like they probably business cool. You feel me? But I don't really think he the type of person that's gonna be like, oh, let me go chip him off because I use him for content.
Right.
X, Y, and Z. Like he didn't do it. We already know that. You feel me? So it's like
now I will say that Savage, to me. Now, and this go, I'm loving this. I'm loving this, man. This go back
I have
to
not seen
what
that.
we was just saying earlier. The perspective, integrity mean a lot to me, man. And morally, if you gonna use the homie content, and he knew this respectfully,
right?
You just made woo woo, and you disclosed it like it was all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, chip the homie off. You know what I'm
And-
saying?
and
Like
see,
it
and
was.
this-
I mean,
and
you
this-
know what I'm saying?
this is
Savage, like nigga.
This is the crazy part about that, right? Because you had somebody that was an op of IBM, which was Compton Rick Rock. Compton Rick Rock made so much money off of the downfall of Cannon and Brick Baby and Big U, to where he actually did a video going up there putting money on their books. He bought merch from Loose website, and he also sent traffic to their channels. He like literally on his, and you got to think Compton Rick Rock ain't no chump when it comes to this YouTube shit. So he has the power to send some numbers your way. So, and this is somebody that we really was thumping with at one point. Me and Compton Rick Rock was going at it. Loose was going at it with him. You know what I mean? So when I see shit like that, and then I see somebody who proclaims, "Oh, I fuck with Loose," sit up and make every excuse in the fucking book not to help the homie. I wouldn't say help, but like just show his support for the homie. It's kind of strange to me, right? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I agree.
Especially when you're hearing that. Come on, you made 55,000 off of content,
Yep.
and it wasn't nothing like a big. It wasn't even like a
And that was just
documentary. You
that
made
month.
55,000.
Yeah, that's just
It was
crazy,
I
bro.
just
always
some
say even
it was
soldiers
just
got to
some
be trained, but
content.
in this case, even civilians got to be trained, man.
All
You
right.
feel me?
Yep.
They gotta,
That's just
they
crazy
gotta
shit.
train them.
That's real, bro. That's
That's
real.
crazy.
That's real.
And like I'm saying, when I go back to this Wack 100, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I say academics too. I guess they are the social broadcasters of messages and shit.
What do you
They
mean?
find out they're like finding out the dirt. Like you get what I mean? People like when they wanna look up like the dirt news. They wanna dig up the dirt and
Mm-hmm.
report it. Like
Right.
that's what what's his name academics loves. Or, like he'll dig up some dirt on whoever, and that's his spotlight for his platform. It's
I mean,
not
my,
like
That's
my
what
saying,
the
thing.
people. It seemed like that's what the people like to see. Not to cut you off,
yeah,
Well,
Logan. It's like
no, you good. Go ahead. This shit.
his audience probably like to see that they tuning in to see what type they being messy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me see what he
yeah,
talking about because I know he gonna say something entertaining or do something entertaining, whether they take him serious or not.
no,
It's like not controversial, but it's like people like drama. People like to be entertained. People like to
yeah, nothing's wrong with that. But at least we're gonna know what they're into.
Right.
Let's describe them more better. Let's put a description on these guys more. Right? There's journalists, like there's different genres, and these guys are more like the gossip queens. You get what I mean? Like they gossip every little minute of Drake's moves, even if Drake takes a shit, they're gonna know about it. You get what I mean? That's for
yeah.
example, right?
Right.
Kanye West, anything he does, it got fucking spotlighted because of because academics is willing to the only one really willing to talk to Kanye doing all this crazy shit. You
Right.
get what I mean? Like, and vice versa. Kanye knows that he wants him too for his views and shit like that. But it's always it's to spread a message that something what's more negative, not like positive. There's nothing positive he's celebrating on his platform.
Right.
Like fucking 50 years of hip hop, he didn't give a shit about that. He's not talking about anyone who's accomplished something besides maybe he might bring up Kendrick Lamar. The only reason is to talk about him bad,
Right.
not to talk about Kendrick good, for example. Same
I
thing
think
now
what
with
some people I think when some people make a bag, they compromise their integrity. You feel me?
Right.
It's like
and Wack is part of this shit too,
I
because
mean,
Wack
that
gets
shit's been
on
going
his
on for a long
platform.
time.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying these guys are like harvesting it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of Wack? Like I'm saying, what's the purpose?
She said, "What's
The
the
only
purpose
purpose
of
I've
Wack?
seen
Why is he here, head
is
ass?
yeah, yeah. The only
And
purpose
you
I've
know what's
seen
crazy,
Why
Hood?
are
We
you
never gave
is
here?
him an answer either. We don't
Right.
really know. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well,
I
yeah.
thought
what
he
is
was
your
from
goal,
gossip
head
room.
ass? Right.
Yeah, looking at it. Yeah.
What's his
What is the
purpose? Because
purpose?
I didn't even know he was a games manager until you guys really told me. I might have heard that a long time, but I didn't pay attention to it. Like I was wondering who's this guy who got in the public eye to for people to respect him until you start digging that he's a manager for Blueface and
Right.
shit. I'm saying, how is this guy? Who is this guy? Where did he come from? He associated with the blood. So I looked it up with the connection with Suge. Yeah, he was his driver or some shit like that.
Right.
So because of that connection, he claims that red side,
Right.
and that's his muscle. That's what he's saying. Like, yo, you guys could you can't frig with me because I'm whatever. That's I'm associated with that. I've been to jail. I got locked up and all types of stuff. So that's his story and
Who,
shit.
Mister? I
And
got
he's
locked up for shooting somebody with a BB
yeah,
gun. That's who you talking about
bless up,
right
that
Lately.
type of shit
Yeah.
don't scare nobody,
now. All
man.
right. Like, come on, bro.
So that's what he's claiming. I saw something with old pictures. I think I forgot where it is. I don't know if it was a documentary talking about what, showing old pictures in prison and shit like that. And how he talks, how he comes off, you think that he's from like Inglewood or something like that, but he's not, right?
Yeah, he
Or is
did,
he?
and you know it's crazy you say that because I've heard that from other people. Like he portrays an image like he's from Compton, but
Yeah, like Compton.
he
Yeah,
ain't even allowed to go to Compton. You know what I mean? So
you
I
see,
mean,
where's he from? Where's he really
he's
from?
from Pacoima.
Okay,
He's definitely from
he
Pacoima because
probably
I pulled all his previous addresses when he was younger, and all of them are Pacoima. All of them is
So where's
Pacoima.
that? Where's that? Like the outskirts?
It's in the valley.
Outskirts
Yeah,
of
the valley. Yeah.
the valley. Okay,
Hmm.
I see. I see.
All of them are
So,
definitely Pacoima. So he's definitely from Pacoima.
but he associates himself with like that side, Compton,
Well, it's
Inglewood,
because
all that.
it's because of the whole Piru thing. You know, when you say Piru, we typically think those areas that you're naming, like, oh, he got to be from Compton or Inglewood, whatever the fuck may be, somewhere in that area. So that's why
Yeah.
everybody associates, okay, he got to be from this area. And he kind of like sort of ran with it in the beginning. So like when niggas started to call him out on that, now he's just, I'm from Pacoima. I'm not from, that's not my neighborhood. But he was trying to portray the image of like the inner LA type shit. You know what I mean? When he really from the valley. So.
So the valley. What's the atmosphere in the valley? This is where you're getting down to the
I
hip
mean,
hop police shit.
it's the same. I would never smut the valley. Anywhere in California is dangerous, bro. Like
So
literally. So it don't really matter.
did he go to university or college like Suge? Like did he go educate himself, or he just was in this like
I have no
off the
idea.
radar?
I'm still trying to figure out if 600 really went to college for the bullshit he just pulled for the last 2 days. How you go to college and you don't rethink what you do? You know what I mean? Like you ain't even had no plan to do something
That's
that's just
deep.
how you go to college and you just make yourself look
That's
goofy
deep.
like that, bro. Like my wife been to
That's
college.
deep.
My wife got master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and there ain't no way she would have got up here and did some goofball shit like that, bro. It would have been mad. It would have been in a way to where I would have been sitting up here trying to figure out a way how the fuck do I unlock this shit and get into it and make her look crazy. It wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? So
That's deep.
I
I'm
don't think he
thinking,
went to
how did he
college.
become? I'm thinking, how did he become Suge Knight's driver? Like to get even that job, like to
I have
be
no
around.
idea.
Yeah,
Because that's
you definitely asking questions we don't know.
Right.
well, what
we
I
don't.
seen,
I don't give
what
a
I
fuck about none of that shit
what
about
I'm
that
seeing,
nigga.
what I'm
What
seeing
I'm
is that he's been in the industry and seen certain things, and that's where he builds off of,
Right.
right? Like Jaguar, right? Same thing. Like he's been
I
around
don't want to
certain
hear about
people.
her, man.
No, I'm saying he made his
She is,
character off of
woo,
people
she
like
is some
Like we
shit.
said earlier tonight, Suge Knight. He's trying to be a Suge Knight. So
Right.
what he done is build his character from being a worker
Right.
around someone like Suge and seen what Suge done and made his own like character up. Like, like the
That's
actor.
okay. So what you're explaining right now is exactly what I say about 600. 600 just was
Mhm.
around certain people, and this is how he
Yeah.
got knowledge of certain things, and now he portrays this
Hmm.
image about himself. Like, well, I'm this guy because I've seen it
Exactly.
and been around it, so I can tell people stuff that's like that they know
Yeah.
about, and they're gonna accept it. Like, okay, he must really be from
Yeah.
this area because he knows about
Yeah.
this. Like, that's
Yeah.
basically what you're explaining. Like, 600 did the same shit.
Yeah.
The character, bro.
Yeah. That's what he is.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. And he's probably talking to someone who's like police, like involved in the law enforcement, media, investigators and shit like that. For all the shit. Even stuff where he's talking about New York. This man's talking about New York too.
Right.
I'm seeing him talk about New York Rico shit.
Right.
Like you know about even what's his name, 6ix9ine. Remember 6ix9ine? You knew about 6ix9ine before. And look what happened to 6ix9ine.
Right.
You knew about who else? I think you're saying something about Lil Durk too, one episode shit. And all the time when he talks, something happens.
Right.
I'm just saying. I know that when he talks,
That's bad.
something happens.
I mean,
Something else
there's
happens
only one
after.
situation he spoke on that I have yet to see happen, and I just think that the whole Yo Gotti situation with Dolph
Oh,
was
that
done
one.
very very smart because they wind up linking everything back to Gotti brother, the one that got killed. And Wack spoke on that, like, well, if them bank transactions for the hit came from anything that was associated with what's the Yo Gotti record label?
Um,
What's his record?
CMG.
CMG. If
CMG, yeah,
he spoke on
CMG.
it like they coming to get him because I know that's gonna come back and they gonna
Yeah,
see that the money came from CMG. Da da da. It never happened. So that's one thing I can't say that has yet to happen. I don't know because it hasn't been too long, so they can still be actively trying to figure out where
I
those
think
funds
they
came
are.
from. Right. So, but he did speak on that as well. Now, if Yo Gotti get picked up, then you pretty much confirming what you talking about. Everything he touched go to jail, bro. Like literally.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
right.
Everything he touches goes somewhere, and I think they're still looking at that one.
Right.
They're still looking at that shit. And he talked about Young Thug too.
Right.
I remember he talked about all of them, all of them. So it's possible he's the hip hop police. I'm gonna be straight up saying it. Like he's talking to like people who contact him, like Jake. Okay, what's that guy name again? The other guy, Jake 100, that white boy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called
1090 Jake.
1090 Jake. Yeah, yeah, 1090 Jake. He's one of them too, because his whole platform, at least he's out there. He's telling you. I
Yeah,
respect him
TSU
like this.
Surf. Yep.
People, people know what he's doing. He's
Right.
saying what he's doing.
Right.
Like Charleston White, he's saying what he's doing.
Right.
So he does the same thing too, but
Right.
he's just admitting that he is. But the only difference with Wack, he doesn't want. He's not confident to say, "Oh, I'm this," and I don't give a shit. He's playing two sides,
Right.
right? He's trying to play two sides. 1090 Jake and Charleston White, they're telling you that
Right.
they're telling you that they're telling you.
I'm trying to figure out with all this information I heard earlier, how is he paying that dude off that's holding these sex tapes, man? I'm just trying to. I
Who?
just need
Wait.
to.
Wait.
We need.
What?
We
I'm
need, we need
lost.
to.
What?
Ooh,
Yeah, man. Let's get on that. Yeah, let's see. I got everybody's attention with that one. Yeah, let's get on that, bro. So
Who?
the
What? I'm
information you
lost.
told me earlier on Wack. We talking about Wack
Oh.
no honey.
hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out with all this stuff that I just heard earlier,
Right.
how is he able to still keep up payments with that person that hold all these?
Draco, I'm oblivious to what you're talking about because you must have seen something I
Okay,
didn't
so
see.
all right, hold on. So we're gonna have to talk off screen on this.
Yeah,
We got to talk off screen on that. Yeah, I'm not bringing that up in this. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna call you as soon as we done with this.
yeah,
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. But I'm just saying, yeah, he's hip hop police, and academics is a person who feeds him stuff too, because with the situation I told you up in Toronto, it was Ack, it was Wack, and it was another the individual who represents a platform up here, talking,
Right.
all talking, and that made up a situation for somebody to get locked. It could have been locked for a long time,
All right.
but you know, good lawyers up here. So Wack can't come to Toronto. That's what people already put him in no-fly zone here.
All right.
They put him in
Damn, not a
no-fly.
no-fly
Sheesh.
zone.
He
He
has
can't.
It's
no-fly
He
over
zone
can't.
in
with.
He can't
Toronto.
come to Houston. I mean,
It's
like
over with.
what did I say? The only time you seen Wack pop, only time you see Wack pop out is at No Jumper, and we all know that No Jumper is the feds. He's well
Hey, I'm
protected
not
when he
the
come out.
toughest person in the world, but if somebody say I can't go somewhere, I'm probably gonna go at my own risk, whatever. But I'm
Right,
probably
like I
gonna
said,
go.
I ain't never had a motherfucker tell me that in my life. Like Wack
That's
ran with what Gizzy told him, and my homie from the set was just in the chat. Nigga, like what? Nigga, he'll come to the set when he want to. Like they really, you could. I swear to God, bro, you can feed Wack some stupid ass information right now. He gonna go live. Yeah, Draco was 300 pounds 2 months ago. He that type of nigga. Like he'll just believe anything you fucking tell him,
he
bro.
did.
And run with it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he'll be on there. Facts. That nigga was fat. Like, bro, no, what are you talking about? You feed that nigga anything, bro. Like, come on, bro. And they just run with it.
Yo,
And
when
then
he said
then they got people like Demon Time and Ghost running with it. Yeah, you was this, you was
Yeah, I
that
got
because
the
he
doctor
said that.
reports,
Right.
show all his little medical reports, how
Yeah.
much he weighed, and he
No,
had
he's
heart
really like
problems.
that. He's like
Hey,
that because he
yo,
said he had the
Sab,
The
you
content.
whole time you
crazy. That my
shaking the
nigga
internet.
Demon showed
Replay
all the
channel. What it do?
medical reports.
Hey, thank you,
The
man.
Showed the
Shout
man,
out
nigga how
Replay channel.
much you weighed.
respect.
Hey,
The
he
man
ain't never
said
gonna produce no paperwork, no nothing.
Right.
he said he had the
Showed
content.
it.
He said he had the content with Drake. He was warning Drake. That's why Drake don't like him
Right.
even more. You're saying he
Hoodie.
had the content, and yo, Drake, if you
That's
don't
right.
pull away from this guy, if you don't stop associating with this guy, your
This is
career,
how much
this could
respect I
affect
got
your
for
career.
you.
Right.
This is how much respect I got for you.
How
So
much respect I got
that's
for
what
you.
created this shit. That's
Right.
what created this shit.
Yo,
Uh,
nigga, that shit. That's why I told you. I said, nigga, when we was going at 600, I had did the same thing Wack did to Drake. I was like, shit. They playing games. Let me play the same games they playing.
Right.
Do the same shit y'all doing to these other niggas. Back to you.
Did
Nigga
you
did
see
that
the
shit. That
Did you see
shit
the
was hilarious.
thumbnails on Hoodlum Live yesterday?
Oh yeah. Shout out
Uh-uh.
my wife, man. My wife made those thumbnails, man. I can pull
right.
them up. Oh, no, y'all not gonna be
Hey,
able to
them
see him, but the chat
thumbnails
over
had
here can
me
see him.
crying. I was taking
Wait, are we
screenshots.
talking about the mole one, right? Yo, I
Bro,
was
No,
on
the
the
Wack,
floor.
the Whack
no,
and
not
Whacker
the
one.
mo
Yo,
ones,
you wasn't
bro.
here
Oh
last
wait,
night,
the
huh,
Bro,
Wack,
Draco?
the
Officer
cutout. You talking about the
Lovejoy.
cutout
Yeah,
of him in 600, right?
yeah. My
Yo,
wife made
bro,
those.
I said, yo, this nigga Hood got creative. He
I
got
said,
creative.
Wack with hair is diabolical. Like, no, not the little sprigs of
Yo,
hair coming out the
Hey, big
back.
IBM shit. Appreciate you replay. Yeah, I
hey,
mean,
already,
she sat over here. She was like, I'm finna do some funny shit for you to put on the screen when you playing the audio. And she was like, don't
That
come
shit
over
had
here. I
me
came over here about an hour
crying.
later, bro. I was over here because she actually found like the faces to match like what the picture is doing. You know what I mean? Like the shit was just so funny, nigga.
That's
I'm like, this shit is
crazy.
comedy. Yep. And I put it on the screen and they was in here dying laughing, bro, in the chat. Like, what the fuck? This
Bro,
is
she
hilarious.
your biggest supporter for real,
Yeah.
because she was
Nigga, wifey
reading
go
the
hard.
chats. Like,
Yep.
I was
Bro,
crying. I'm like, cousin, you going in.
Yep.
You think
listen, hey, we in the building, bro. Hood, I told you, keep your foot on these niggas' necks, bro.
Right.
I
Oh,
so
he
don't
the
know
doing a
what to
reaction
good
tell you.
job at it.
the reaction
Telling
from
you.
Wack? You think Wack is like slow? He's been he's watching, he watches, he listens
Oh,
and
he
shit.
is. And
He's the
listen,
type.
he makes it obvious that he does watch what I do because when he tried to
Mm.
discredit, well, he tried to make it seem like that I was the first one to post a no jumper video. He's playing my audio from one of my fucking lives on top of what he's trying to prove. So I'm like, nigga, you just basically showed me that you watching. Probably in the
Yeah,
chat right now.
but how you counter it,
Yeah.
not to cut you off, how you counter it is with receipts.
Right.
You counter it with evidence. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
So
that's
it's
what I'll
like,
be doing. If y'all
how
see
can
me, I'll
you
be like,
discredit
I'll pull up everything in the show. Nigga, I'm going to do that every time.
what? And that's what make it really lit, because it's like, all right, here's the evidence. Or even in the kangaroo court system,
Right.
the DA can have evidence, but the evidence could be false. You get what I'm saying? It could just
Right.
be like some shit somebody told them or made up or whatever. It could be evidence that's incriminating, but it ain't evidence pertaining to the situation or the factual evidence. So it's like your evidence versus his evidence. Who, like, you get what I'm saying? If it's like this real receipts on so and so, you text me this so and so, you get what I'm saying? Like I showed so and so, he still was going against the grain. It's like, bro, how do
It's
you
not
how do you
not looking good for him. I'll tell you the big picture, because even up here they're calling him Rat 100.
Right.
So if they're calling him that up here, and what's going on down there, it looks like his shit is like falling apart,
Right.
yeah, but
falling
I,
apart.
I don't look at him like on a street level, regardless to where a person, say they from or whatever.
No,
Like
he's not no street shit, man. This man's a character, man. This
Right.
guy's a
yeah,
character. That's what it really is. CB4.
I ain't
Yeah.
got nothing
CB4.
bad to say about him, but I don't look at him like that.
Like a gang. I don't look on him as a gangster either.
Bro, that was the best Jamaican accent that came out on that.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm from the show. I'm from the show me state, man. You feel me? You gotta show me.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, my nigga Red, the nigga I told you this from up top, bro. He told me this one day, bro. So we out, short story.
Peanut
We
butter
out
paru.
and we hanging out niggas, some niggas. It was a group of niggas. And so Red is this tall, very, very light skinned dude. So when we walking in, the niggas looking. Yo, Red go, I say, nigga, hey, it's like 5 of them. I ain't worried. I said, I know you got 3. I got the other 2. That nigga looked at me and said, nigga, they got to show me they gonna do something. He was like, they look intimidated. Niggas got to show me. Like, I don't do all that other bullshit.
Right.
I mean, you looking for trouble, you go run into it, but it's like you are the energy you attract. You feel me? You putting
There
Yeah.
these
you
certain
go.
facades
Yeah.
out there, or even if that's really your energy, you gonna attract the same type of energy, like laws of attraction, magnetic forces go flock to you. You feel me?
Right.
So you want to be super aggressive, you gonna run into somebody that's super aggressive. So we're gonna see
That's real.
who's more aggressive. You
Right.
feel me?
That's
That's
real.
what's
That's real.
that's what's happening right now. Like, like Wack is, he has a platform to spotlight what he's saying, but it's coming apart, man. It's coming true.
Right.
Like I'm saying, up here they call him a Rat 100 in Toronto. No, there's no love for him at all. Normally you see like some type of balance and shit, right? But because even Drake don't like him, it's like he can't even come. Who's this? Who's this?
I'm still mind boggled how he's able to keep so many people in Clubhouse that really that fall up underneath him. Like, what is he doing for y'all literally to just spend y'all life over there praising this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like literally praising him. What? You still on the
Right.
screen, bro? Do y'all see that?
Yeah, I see that. It's two
What?
of them.
This
Oh
nigga got a
damn! I must have
clone,
put
bro.
them in two times.
Bro,
What?
and then your still shot looks so sad, bro. He like,
Hey,
damn, my phone about to die.
Like
Look at
he,
it.
yeah,
All right,
like
there it
he's
go. It's
sad for
gone.
real.
I thought
you
another
Alright.
know, I
person
was
popped
saying
up
his
in here
phone
for a
died.
second. I'm like, who is this coming in here? I thought it was Snoopy Badass because I sent Snoopy Badass. I text Snoopy Badass the link. He said, I think he was busy. I texted to him to his number, but he sent me a voice message on Instagram. Let me see what he said. Hold on. I didn't even get to hear. Hold on.
What's up, my nigga? RMF, IBM, huh?
Oh yeah, see, he probably had some shit going. Yeah.
Snoopy Badass. Respect. Who's this
That's my
brother
dog,
right
man.
here?
I fuck with Snoopy Badass, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Snoopy Badass,
IBM.
he'll hit me
Big.
up every week or two and just to check on me, bro. Like literally, he'd be like, Hillum, you good? I'm like, yep. He was like, you already know, man. If you ever need my platform for a voice for IBM, I'm here, my nigga. Dead homies. He been solid with me from day one, bro. From day one.
He was the guy who went viral trying to like saying who is he saying something on whose side he was saying something on? Was
Right.
it Drake? He's saying, "Yo, Drake, you're safe up here in
Oh
LA
yeah,
if you come up
he
there
made the
and
he
shit."
did the whole
Yeah, yeah,
there was
yeah,
that Tams and shit like that. They was gonna pull
yeah.
up the Tams, yeah.
Yeah, he was talking in behalf of the OVO, say you guys are good up here and shit like that.
And of
When the
course,
whole Kendrick thing was
guess
starting.
who decided to try to discredit that and bogart everything? Wack. Wack had to open his big ass mouth and say something. Yeah, nigga, who you? He always think he's some type of bully, like I said. And then when he deal with real street niggas, he not
Yeah,
like that. I'm telling you, bro. When that nigga made up that lie on me, talking about I threatened R&B, I swear to God. I don't record phone calls like that, but with Wack, I'm telling you, you have to. And I should have recorded this motherfucking phone call, nigga. Him and R&B on the phone like motherfucking Karens. You know, R&B got that ugly ass voice. She in the background, she was like, he threatened me. He threatened my life. And he on the phone like, Luce, now you know my queen. You know R&B wouldn't lie to you.
oh
I'm
god.
like, this the nigga that be Paru, bitch. Da-da-da. I'm like, bro, this shit is a cold play, bro. They had a cold motherfucking play to run on me
So
to
it's
try to
like,
get loose to cut ties with me, bro. He was
yeah,
a fucking Karen on the phone, bro. Dead homies. He
yeah,
don't never do none of that
yeah.
Paru shit with me on the phone, ever. He be like, you know what, hoodlum? Da 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 da, whoop whoop whoop, da da da. Like he don't never do that gangster shit. Like he just did Akademiks today. Like bitch ass nigga, whoop. He don't do none of that shit with me. You want to know why? Because he in my city and he know I got the drop on him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna act accordingly then. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy, bro.
See,
Yep.
I told you, bro. I told you. I told you. I don't know why this nigga. I told you. Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-mm.
I knew it. I mean, I
But
already knew.
I think that his lady's like the bait.
It is. He uses
She
R&B
like
as bait, bro. Like, why you keep throwing her at people when you can't, when you losing? I mean, throw R&B in it. He did this. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, he's using her as
Hey,
bait.
you ever paid attention back in school where you had like the dude like he wasn't a fighter, but like he always ended up in shit, but he was funny. So he'd say some funny shit to keep the wolves off of him. You feel me? Like
oh
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like that's how
He
he
knew how
is.
to
He
wiggle
like
his
one of
way
them
out of every
funny type of
situation,
people.
right?
He go say some shit
Yeah,
that make
yep,
everybody be like, what? It could be a
Yeah,
straight false.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
hold on, what did you just say?
right,
Have you dying? Like,
right,
nah, bro. The way you saying it too, like, man, get up out of here. I don't even
right,
want to do nothing with you no more.
right.
that's
Yeah,
real. That's real.
Mm.
you get up out of
what
here, man.
what do you think this guy's next move is? He's still doing a reporting, man. It's like
Who Whack?
that's his yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll say my next
I'm a,
move for
I know
what
I know what his I know what his next move is.
desecration.
He is currently waiting on what I told y'all is confidential. He can't wait for it, and you gonna see why he can't wait for it.
We got a name for it. It's called Project Desecration.
Yep. He
Project
Remember?
is
Desperation.
he is I wouldn't say just him, but the
On the
YouTube is
live ones.
gonna have a field day with it.
Project Desecration.
Right.
Do
Uh,
that shit. I'm telling
I
you,
believe it.
it's
I
over,
believe
bro.
it.
I'm
I
Right.
telling you,
believe it,
man.
brothers.
And listen, and I back my nigga Hoodlum up 100 motherfucking percent on this shit, bro,
Right.
because I don't. again, you know, it's different when you doing your one-on-one with Hoodlum. Once you did that shit with you, posted the nigga wife, yeah, I'm past that, bro. I'm
Right.
Yeah,
past
it's
all
true.
that.
Right.
It's true.
It's desecration time.
That's
I'm
what.
on that type of time.
But
Hey,
that's
but
the reason.
it's like,
That,
are you gonna be able to catch him? Like, let me get a fade. Let me get a good
And
fade.
I
about
listen,
this.
and I called them out for when I said I know you're not gonna link with me. So I said, look, we can do it this way, right? Since I'm in Houston right now, I can fly out in 3 hours and we can get down. I said, if you don't want to get down with me, I don't have to fly out. I got somebody that's on the West Coast that'll line you up. And then don't you got the little dweeb out here, Brock, from the 100 side? I'll give him an addy and I'll line him up. He hurry up and changed the subject and blocked me, bro, immediately on my
Hey,
phone.
that's
Immediately,
serious,
bro.
cuz were you ready to take a flight to go catch this?
Yeah, nigga, I'm not playing. He talking about, he's like, you way in Houston. I was like, nigga, the Vegas is a 3 hour flight, nigga. What is you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm like, come on, bro,
you gotta
stop
do what
playing
you
with
gotta
me.
do.
Right, but we know he ain't gonna come outside. He ain't finna do none of that, bro. Like, you gonna sit right up in that motherfucking apartment with R&B and create your content and sit in Clubhouse. You butt naked
Hey,
with your booty
somebody
in the
told
air
me
on
that over the
Clubhouse.
phone. I'll be trying to control the phone. I'll be trying to type
Right.
all kind of stuff. Phone would have fell
I
out my
think he
hand.
got
I'll get so
the
mad.
what is it called when you fall asleep all the time? What is it called?
oh, I know what
Insomnia?
you're talking about.
Sleep
No,
apnea or I mean,
sleep apnea,
Epilepsy.
yeah.
What is it called?
Oh,
epilepsy,
Yeah.
no, that's
epilepsy.
when you have
Listen,
like
nigga,
seizures,
bro.
right?
No, the one where you just fall asleep anywhere. I think he has that, nigga. I swear to God, dead homies.
I thought that was insomniac. Like
Whatever.
you,
I don't know what
No,
it
I know
No,
what
is.
you're talking about.
I'm an
Yeah,
insomniac. That's the person that can't sleep.
Where my wife at?
I'm an insomniac.
Shelby,
yeah.
what is it called? Narcolepsy.
narco.
Narcolepsy. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it will be. I swear to God, bro. The funniest shit, right? We be dead. Me and Lucy be on the phone having a dead conversation with this nigga. This before they fell out, right? We'll have a dead conversation with this nigga. He'll just be talking, and then Lucy start talking like, "Yeah, we do," and he'll be like, "Whack, whack." All you hear is snort, nigga. Every motherfucking time this nigga fall asleep on the phone, bro. I swear to God, snoring the fuck away. We're like, this nigga, bro, fall asleep mid conversation. He be, yeah, and the bitch ass nigga was. We're like, what the fuck? Whack,
He
whack,
just
bro.
fell
I
asleep
swear to
in
God on my kids, bro. Like, the shit is so funny, bro. Like, that nigga Whack, man, listen.
Yeah,
What happened with
true.
Draco? Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
No, he's coming back in. He's right in
Right,
Wi-Fi getting fucked up over here, man.
there.
right.
And I disappeared twice. I felt so bad.
You're all good, man. But
Yeah, see,
you're
I'm
saying?
big hardwired over here. I don't do nothing unless it's hardwired. Like my wife, no, nigga. Mind you, at the ranch that we bought, there's because of where it's at, they were saying it's so rural. They said that we might have to get that shit that Elon Musk had. Nah, my shit got to be wired. We gonna get some motherfucking lines put in that bitch, cause ain't no motherfucking way I'm going off anything that's wireless, bro. I don't like that shit. What's that shit called that Elon Musk got? That's in the sky. What is it called?
Satellite?
I
Starlink.
know what you're talking
Starlink.
about. Starlink.
Yep.
Nah, but I ain't doing no Starlink over here. But
Yeah.
anyways, yo, we kind of dissected Wack that straight up, and people don't like this that he's informer, snitch, and hip hop police.
Right.
So we're gonna conclude this to be continued because I know you boys are gonna be frying him up, cooking him up,
You
right?
already know, man.
It's 420
Bro,
long
we on his
weekend.
bumper, man.
I mean,
Why
I'm
you
telling you,
outing everybody
they
IBM be
are,
coming with it. Like,
They
come with it,
they
Potter.
are right now plotting on anything on me right now. Like I said, don't be surprised if y'all hear some way out shit about Hoodlum coming soon, because them niggas is sitting back like, what y'all don't understand about me, and I'll say it and I'll keep saying it again. I have had the worst of the worst shit put on my name. I don't give a fuck what you say, Whack. You gonna have to put a receipt on the screen to prove it, nigga. Like I said, you can call me this, you can call me that, you can do this, you can do that. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker gotta say. I done been through life with motherfuckers put the worst on my name already. I don't care about that. Prove it. Cause you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna prove it. Why you think I put everything on the screen? Like, I'm gonna show y'all, nigga. Like, oh, man.
And there you go, man. The IBM team, the receipt team. That's
Right.
what we have. Look out
Big
for a
IBM
project desecration.
Hey, shout out
What's
to
up,
Down to Earth,
guys?
man.
Yeah, so my
Appreciate you
wife
having
was just
me.
running something past me in my text message, man, and she was like, "Man, y'all should do IBM Mondays." You know what I mean? For the team to go live on Mondays, and this is something
Go
that
promote it,
I've been
man.
trying to do, man. For the team to come together on Mondays and we just chill and hang out. You know what I mean? And watch the
Yeah,
haters go crazy in the
we'll help
chat.
promote it, man.
All right,
I'm
D2 will
with it.
help promote it. We'll network.
because we
We'll
got
keep in
Sunday service
contact.
with
That's how we
Sharice
gotta do,
already,
yo.
and then we can do IBM Mondays. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think
Bet,
uh
I'm
brothers,
with it.
yo.
I think when I talked to Kenan earlier, he was saying that he probably finna get AD. Y'all know who AD is, right? To do Sunday
Yeah,
service with us.
80,
yeah.
80.
Yeah. So he more than likely. I haven't spoke to him since the last phone call, but I'm gonna call Sharice. But that's who he said he was gonna get to do Sunday service with us is AD. He actually got a good relationship with AD. AD. I don't know if y'all remember when Loose and Wack and them did the back on Fig. That was a play through AD. AD is the one that got that
Yeah,
put in place for them.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember that. I remember that.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of
shit, man.
content.
All right. Any last
Content.
words, Sav? Anybody want to say anything before we stab out?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hoodlum, Part Draco, man, keep doing y'all stuff.
You already
Keep
know,
doing
big
your
IBM
thing,
shit.
man. Everybody, shout out to Down to Earth Network, man. We gonna keep.
Bet,
We gonna
Hey,
man.
down to
building this
earth. Hey,
content, man.
anytime. Y'all already know. Y'all got my love anytime, man.
Yeah,
Anytime.
man. My
Hey,
brother.
well, I wouldn't say no.
I want to get my
no,
brother in this.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. It ain't any time. I gotta ask my motherfucking
I know.
3-year-old what time I could stream. If you want to be honest, nigga, if it's up
That's
to
right,
him.
right? That's
'Cause
right.
boy,
Hey,
if he
remember,
up,
I
ain't
got
nothing
6.
happening. It ain't shit
got
happening if
Marley
Salem
over
is
here.
around this motherfucker. I'm letting you know now. Salem up,
Man.
it ain't no lives popping off no time soon if that motherfucker running around, bro. I'm not,
That's
You know what I
real.
mean, yo?
IBM Salem. That's funny.
We always set it up, yo. That's how we're doing it. We
Right.
know when it's like these times when everybody's available. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Like I could help too with the schedule. You get what I mean? Like I'm always up on
Right.
this. So
Right.
you get what I mean? I can say, yo, you guys good on this day, good on this time, who's available this time,
Right.
and shit like that. Even when you guys are just on live, I'd be sharing the live. I don't even have to be on. I'd be sharing it to
Right.
other places, putting it in the stories, promoting, vice versa.
Right.
You know, that's how we got to do it to build. People want to say black people don't work together. We got to show people, yes, black people can work
Big
together all around the
collaboration,
world.
man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Consistency. Stay consistent. Everybody stay
hmm
consistent, man.
Right.
all that.
Produce
All
good
that.
content. Do it
Yeah.
in
All
Always
abundance.
working.
That's
Algorithm
real.
will move.
Yeah, so
Trust me.
we'll be, we close on that ranch. We're waiting till we're in the process of selling this house before we go. Our motherfucking closet is so motherfucking big in the main house on the ranch. We're turning it into a podcast room. So
That's
just
dope.
look forward to that. Like my wife is like really good at putting that type of shit together. Like I swear to God, as soon as she walked in that motherfucker, she said, "Oh yeah, this the podcast room." It's just too big. Like nigga, it's the ranch is hundreds of acres. We got a lake on that motherfucker. I'm not lying, bro. Like, listen, bro. Come July, you're gonna see a different scene. My wife about to start vlogging. My 12-year-old daughter about to start vlogging on YouTube. Like I told her,
Good.
like
That's
imagine
what I'm talking
you
about.
own it because when the land was purchased, everything came with it. The only thing the previous owners got to keep was like essential stuff like shit that was probably passed down through like generations, like a picture that was on the wall in they fucking great grandma house. We didn't get that, but everything else we did. We got the gators, which is like those cars that get around the land, like the buggies,
Yeah.
the 6-seaters.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything came with the property, the boat, all of that. So I told my daughter, I'm like, imagine you being on a lake in the boat and you just vlogging, doing your homework. I said, that's a great way to start a YouTube channel, to just start vlogging around the ranch. You got all these acres to do what the fuck you want to do. Do what you gonna want to do. You know what I mean? So my wife gonna do the same thing. They're gonna start vlogging the ranch life. So
That's what's
Good,
up.
man.
Hey, I got one
Good.
thing
Hey,
to
yeah,
say.
we might
before I
have
get out of
to
here,
invite
Mike,
Demon Times to the ranch, man. Might go out there and kill
Hey,
some hogs.
hey, look out for my
don't invite
hands
no
up guns
fucking
Say what,
demon
Shelby?
demon to
event,
that
man. I'm
damn
sending
ranch.
everybody the
So,
info. Hands up guns down, man. It's
manage
coming
Ray
soon.
J. Maybe what Shelby? Oh yeah, we can. Frivolous Carter, we'll oblige you to the ranch in Demon Time. Y'all can definitely come to the ranch. You know they got wild hogs on the ranch. When we went out there before we closed on it, there was these markings on the ground, and come to find out, our ranch is connected to a national forest, so we got like hunting towers for deers and shit. But we didn't understand the markings on the ground is because there's wild hogs. You know, we can come play with the wild hogs. Privilege, you and Demon Time. Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's over with.
Big things.
It's
Big
over
things,
with.
yo.
All right.
But look, man, look, y'all have a great night, bro. I'm about to stab
Respect,
out
brothers.
bro.
This was a great pod, yo. Great
All right.
pod. Bless up.
Y'all
IBM
be good,
family,
man.
IBM world. We out.
All right. Peace,
Y'all
man.
good.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big IBM shit. Go crazy.
Bless up.
All right. And we are out of here, y'all. That was a great stream. I'm not gonna lie, man. I even caught a couple haters in the chat. And we out of here, man. Y'all already know. Big IBM shit. Go crazy. Peace.